everyone behind me, alright? I'm going to have a little bit of practice, okay? When I say practice, I mean it's going to be for real, really, because there's no practice. I want to hear you get loud, I want to hear you cheer and support. So after 3, I want to hear your loudest cheers, okay? Make sure that Bianca can hear you, okay? She's in the back, she's warming up, she's stretching, she's getting her legs ready for this evening. I want you to make sure we do that. Let's go! 1, 2, 3! Louder! 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 Bianca's in the back, she can't hear you one more time. 1, 2, 3! Louder! Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you. Keep that support and energy up through the night. Now, if you're not too sure about this Grand Prix, well, we have a world first, okay? We have our LED scoring system right here on the board. Taekwondo is a national sport. You might miss a few things, but not tonight, because on these LED boards, when somebody drops a spinning head kick like this, BAM! They get 4 points right there, okay? You'll see it, okay? If they drop a normal punch, pow! Then they'll come up on the board and you will see it. It's that quick. We've not rehearsed it, okay? I'm just saying random ones like this. A spinning body shot, pow! Look at that right there, okay? If you're new to Taekwondo, we made a video for you with all of the rules and how to show. The best and the biggest and the most fun Grand Prix there's ever been. But I can only do that with the support of all of the crowd. Don't worry, you're waving your hands. There's going to be a chance for everyone to get involved. What I need you all to do is to get ready. You're going to work with me, I'm going to work with you. We're going to start with a section behind me, okay? I need everyone to stand. Everyone to stand. Athletes taking a selfie. Right there. You, Molly, yeah, Madison, yeah. Stand up. We need everyone to stand. There we go, I like it, okay? I need you to give me your best fighting stance, alright? People over there, get get ready. We're coming to you in a minute. You're not getting away with it, okay? Everyone here, let's see your best fighting stance. Show us. Let's see it. Let's see it. Get ready. I like it. He's on one leg. We've seen a lot of that today. You look scared. Don't worry. It's okay. Fighting stances. Oh, that's serious. Wow. Wow. I like it. I like it. Keep on coming in. This one over here. Let's get you ready. Everyone stand up. Everyone. Everyone. When you hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself further. You can sit. It's okay. Everyone else. Stand up. Ellen, I saw you got to stand up. You've got to stand up, okay? Get those fighting poses ready. Over here. You're not missing out. Don't worry, we're coming to you in a minute, okay? Stand up. Let's hear a big cheer from everyone. Everyone. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear that cheer. Let's hear it. That was okay. I mean, we need a bigger one than that, okay? Keep those fighting stances up. You're on the screens. The camera's only coming to you if you want. Come on, we're doing it. Let's see us. Let's see it. Right there. Yeah, I'm a pro. What can I say? Last section over here. Don't wave. Stand up. Stand up. Let me see you. Okay? Let me see your best fight stance if you can. Let's see it, okay? This is the winner over here. We're getting the camera on this one over here. Oh, you're serious. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. We need to show this one here. We need to show the youngest taekwondo athlete in the place right here. Got the stance on. Give him a massive cheer. Stand up. At the back. We can still see you. Stand up. Come on. Let's see you stand. You're lying down. Come on. Stand up for us. Guys, we are going to be back very soon. I really want to start the evening session. I want you to be loud. I want you to support. I'll see you very soon.
Well, hello and a very warm welcome to a very auspicious occasion here for the Grand Prix. We are ready for Olympic Taekwondo. The crowds are gathered. A Mexican wave, or in this case, a little Manchester wave as well. Grand Prix time, and it is the best athletes in the world gathered here, fighting for Olympic ranking points. And they're doing it in front of a passionate home crowd. And they are ready to rumble here. Athletes in terms of tonight. Well, we've a chance to watch the under 49 kilogram women's categories, the men's 58s, and indeed the big heavyweights. So world and Olympic champions pretty much everywhere you look, all across the board. And here's a chance for you to enjoy the action and indeed the connections. Who's going to make the connections and score the big points here in day number 2 of the Grand Prix? And of course, in terms of top class talent, 8 athletes are all world champions at this stage, and there is your menu of choice in terms of the talent. And of course, you'll be looking out for local interest as well, of which there is plenty in the women's heavyweight division. Bianca Walton, Great Britain's finest. Will she be the leader from Liverpool? She goes up against Maria Espinosa from Mexico. That's one to look out for. And of course, we're going to start in the lighter weight categories. And if you're totally new to the sport, welcome along, of course. And if you want to figure out how to score the points, well, here's a little video to enjoy. Well, you guys will be experts in the sport by now, how to score. If you are in fact an expert, good to have you with us. If you're fighting tomorrow, well, I hope you get an early sleep tonight, and best of luck in that competition. As we see the youngsters gathered here in what should be a spectacular field, and we're delighted to welcome once more our resident BBC expert, Sarah Stevenson, European champion, world champion, multiple Olympian and medalist. I could go on, but we've only got 3 hours to cover your resume, Sarah. So we saw some great action yesterday as we see the tail of the tape for the women's 49s. Panapat Wongpatanake against Hung of Taipei, Yamada and Shim of Korea. Under 49 kilos, of course, flexible and fast, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, yesterday was amazing, but today, for me, the minus 49 category is such a contrast to what we finished with the male heavyweight yesterday to now start with the lightest weight of the female category, so it will be quite a bit different.
As you say, it will be a little bit different in terms of the power output, but in terms of the quality, we're guaranteed to have it. Panapat Wongpatanake against Hung Yuting, Thailand against Taipei. And it's going to be down here, taekwondo time. And of course, in terms of the quality, well, both of them expert fighters. Wongpatanake, world champion. Hung Yuting, the first time in amongst the Grand Prix medals. So tense times for her. So the crowd, of course, they paid their money, they're ready to enjoy their taekwondo. And Sarah, you and I can just about see the athletes getting ready.
Yeah, they're coming out, getting very, very excited. Always put on a fantastic show here in Manchester.
Well, here she comes, Panapat Wongpatanake. Well, the World Universiade champion, of course, the least of her titles. World champion 2015, Rio Olympic Games bronze medalist, win against China, and of course, plenty of the Asian athletes represented here, Sarah.
Yeah, we look here, especially in the minus 49 category, every single one that are coming out in the semi-final, all from the Asian nations. So, you know, such a dominant continent in this category.
Absolutely right, dominant continent, but who's going to dominate the contest as we see the way through here for Hung Yu-ting. That win against Kristina Tomic, well, that put her into the medal matches as the youngsters bring them out and hopefully bring them luck as well. And of course, Taekwondo, a very simple sport. If you're wearing red, kick blue, and vice versa. Sounds simple, but as you know yourself, Sarah, this is going to be a real tense matchup between Thailand and Taipei in this Taekwondo battle.
I think so. I think it's going to start quite cagey, quite slow, you know, not wanting to open up too much. But these girls have got all the skills to really show us tonight if they need it.
Absolutely, and as we know, skills pay the bills when it comes to the combat sports. And this is about action time now. You know how the points scored on the board. The athletes will be trying to do exactly that. Final instructions. Chae Young-suk, the coach in the corner, giving out some confidence and indeed last-minute instructions. As Agnieszka Schaefer from Poland, well, she's in pole position in the centre of the mat, and it's going to be 6 minutes to decide who's going into the final. And in terms of the quality, well, the athletic resume of Wong Patanake gives her a clear favourite tactic, and indeed the standing. And of course, the first time here for Hu Young-ting to fight against Panapak Wong Patanake. Big occasion in which to do that, Sarah.
It's always it can be a a good thing or a bad thing. I think sometimes if it's the first time on such a big stage, you can really thrive in this environment, or you can maybe not thrive, but again, you're going to learn anyway either way, so it's win-win.
That is indeed. And who's going to be going for the win here as they go into that open stance. Back leg turning kick from Wong Patanake, as you can see, has the lever length, those long legs, and so good at the face kicks, they are perfect.
Yeah, Panipak really put the pressure on straight away, put the pressure on, waited, and took a really clean face shot there.
Yeah, as you see, Panipak in blue, taking control of the centre. Well, her nickname is Tennis, and she certainly served up a good one there. An ace start for her, perfect block to the face, tries to go for it again there. And of course, for Hung Young-ting, it's about footwork now, trying to stay out of the way.
Panipak really is making it quite difficult for Hung. I'm not really sure what to do, which is exactly what Panipak wants. It's a great start for her.
The Thai fighter certainly leading the Star Wars here, tries to go with the body shot on the way through, and she looks super relaxed, doesn't even as if she's no threat or no intimidation from the fighter in red.
And she's really putting her stamp on this match. I'm the most experienced one here, so you have to come and fight me and try and take this away from me. So I really think she's come in with that mindset.
Yeah, and that mindset, and she is all set here in this first round. Set fair, one on the board for Hu Young-ting. That little Gamjong given, and again goes for the hook round the corner. Now, was that after she'd fallen?
It looked like it was 2 points from somewhere. One action can change the whole game.
Well, here we are deep into the first round. Athlete in blue from Thailand, Panapak Wong Patanake. Simple, straightforward. Hu Young-ting, well, she's having a hard time. It's going to be an even tougher time for the coach in the Taipei corner. What to do against the Thai fighter in blue. Well, speaking of what to do, a bit of a to-do here from the coach indeed. He's trying to say the Gamjong shouldn't be given. Perhaps the least of their problems at the moment.
I think so. I think we need to worry about chasing the points here, but worth a shot.
As of course, we've just seen, we see Chae Young-suk, the Thailand coach, of course, the Taipei coach in the other corner. Not easy now, because first time for them to come to this stage, first medal opportunity at a Grand Prix. Tough times to learn.
This is going to be a big ask for Hung to try and bring this back. I don't think she has what it takes. I think it's too big of a gap, and Panipak is just so confident on this stage.
Absolutely, and indeed on the centre stage, the card is pocketed, so it goes from bad to worse for Chinese Taipei. The video replay card is gone. This was the point of contention as they come forward again. Panapak Wong Patanake, business as usual, and you get the feeling that if she wanted She could get a point gap here. It would be at the end of the second round as we end the first. 12 points of a difference. Now, Sarah, you've coached at the top level, you've produced some top fighters in your own right. You're back in the red corner here, Chinese Taipei. She can't learn it between now and the end of the match. What do you do?
It's a tough one, isn't it? You've got to go out fighting. If you lose in 13-1 in the first round, what do? You can't do, for one, you can't do the same thing what you've been doing. You've got to change it and you've got to try. You've got to really put it in. If this is your first time in a semi-final on the big stage, then go out fighting. We said this yesterday.
Absolutely right. She's going out fighting, but definitely going forward. Panapak Wongpatanak at the end of the first. Well, it will be the same score or more. She lands a little headshot round the corner. Perfect start for Thailand.
She's getting a lot of scoring there. I think it's finding it very hard to try to keep her up there. I think it'll be very difficult next round.
Well, a few smiles in the Chinese Taipei corner. A realisation, of course, that they're up against the very best in the category so far. Thailand in blue. Change of stance from Hung Young Ting. Can it be a change of fortune? Looks with the front leg. Trying to do something different at the start here. Decent counter there. She's got a little bit more about her, as you say, trying to give something here.
She's given herself a good account of herself now in this round. She just has to keep that going the next round and a half. Again, a nice hook round the back of the head there by Panapak. She's just very, very creative, and you just can't compete with that. If you're just not good enough, as good as your opponent, it is very difficult.
Yeah, and I think there's a little nod to the head there from Hung Young Ting. She knows. But at least if you can, get more points in this round than you did in the last, trying to do something a little bit different. Tries with a skip in there. And again, footwork first from Taipei. But it's been first class from Thailand.
I think Hung just realises that Panapak is just too good. But in all fairness to her, she has good focus. You see in her face, she really wants to try. She's trying, she's working hard, she's focused. Much better start in this round.
Yeah, no question about it. She's only conceded the 5 in this round, so been better from Hung Young Ting as we move into the last minute here. You get the feeling that Panapak Wongpatanak saving something for the final.
Yeah, it's just the way it is, John. It's just too easy for her right now, unfortunately for Taipei.
So too easy for Thailand. Tough times for Taipei. That's what Taekwondo's about, though. As you rightly said, trying to give a credit-worthy effort. Goes with a little punch on the inside and the pirouette to finish, but this one looks as if it's going to be finished. She needs another 2 by my mathematics to give her the 20-point gap, and she's got 30 seconds in which to get it.
Just going to fix her foot protector there.
I suppose that could help Taipei if she took one of the socks off.
That is such a pain when your toes come out of that.
A sneaky toe. She's certainly got her nose in front here. Wongpatanak in charge. Well, Thailand has certainly socked it to Hung Young Ting as we move towards the last 10. Is it going to creep into the third round? Decent attempt at the headshot there from Hung Young Ting. You talk about fighting spirit. She produced one there.
Needs a lot more than one though, unfortunately, I think. But she is trying. She's trying to bring something back. She's trying to give a good account of herself. And she's quite strong. She's showing some good skills, but Panapak is just far too experienced for her right now.
And one thing we've obviously picked your brains about in the Taipei corner, what about the Thailand corner? What is it about the Thailand fighter in blue that's so different? What is it that's making her better?
For one, the creativity of her kicks. She's very flexible, she's tall, she can do everything that you ask her to do. She's creative, she has variety, but she's doing the thing, she's keeping going, she's not backing off, she's not changing what she's been doing to get 20 points on the board. Once you start changing that, you're going to start going backwards and surviving. It doesn't work. We've seen yesterday and today, I'm sure you will see today as we go forward. The person that puts the pressure on, the person that keeps that intensity up is more likely the one that's going to win the match.
Well, the expert analysis there of Sarah Stevenson. It's great to have her with us, and great to have you with us too, as they both go to try and, well, in one case, salvage a bit of pride. A smile on the face from the athlete in red from Chinese Taipei, Hung Young Ting. As you can see for yourself, the scores on the board tell a different story. It's going to be Thailand in the final. It's just a question of when now. I talked about that relaxation, that creativity, business as usual, and also just seems to be saving something now for the final that is imminent.
Panipat is just so comfortable there, so relaxed, never over-committing her body, really, really difficult to hit. Doesn't concede a lot of points.
Well, the crowds have got their fans going, giving a nice round of applause for both fighters. And you can certainly be a big fan of Taipei, trying to go forward, trying to give something, but it's the Thai fighter in blue. A procession now, last minute in this one.
Sneak a little hook there under the body. I don't think Panipat is very happy about that. She did definitely did switch off there for about 1 second, and now I think Hung knows about it.
Most certainly did there, as you say, the switch off. Thailand switching on. Good credit to her, the most points she scored here in the third round, so getting better. Tries with the step through back kick, gets it, goes with the hook to match. So she's got the talent, the fighter from Taipei, but too little too late against Thailand.
I think Hung is really, really enjoying herself there. She's smiling, she's enjoying it. And I think she also knows that Panipat might only be in 3rd/4th gear. I think she has another 2 in the bag. As you said, saving herself for that final.
Yep, saving it for the final, saving up a brilliant push kick there. Doesn't score, but that one will put a nice little seal on it, icing on the cake. She certainly produced a perfect performance there. Panipat Wongpatanake, never in doubt, not even sweating.
Excellent, absolutely quality fighter. A lesson in ring management, control, patience, variety. But Hung, she enjoyed herself, and you know, it's a joy. Again, if they enjoy themselves, we enjoy watching it.
Exactly right, and we certainly hope you're enjoying watching it. Confirmation then, Hung Yung-ting with the bronze medal, $1,000 in her pocket as well, so not so bad for Chinese Taipei. But it's Panipat Wongpatanake into the final, and it was a procession for her. Top class stuff from Thailand, and no one is going to want to go against her.
Manchester, we are ready for our second semi-final. First out, fighting in blue from Japan, Miyu Yamada.
Women's 49 semi-final, Miyu Yamada against Shim Jae-young. Korea against Japan. Big rivals in every sporting context. And there is a context for Yamada. That route through UK Rildirim, a really good Turkish athlete. Stankovic likewise. Been pretty close for her, but she's worked her way through.
She has. She deserves to be in this semi-final. But as you said, always a rivalry here.
In red from Korea, Jae-young.
Oh, Shim Jae-young. Well, she may be back in black. It is indeed the black belt. Can she hit the right notes in this one?
She had been brought out by Holly Jones from Quest.
And Holly Jones looks of a similar height. I wonder if she'll get on for the third round.
I was just about to say, probably the first time we saw the mascots. A little bit tall, near enough as tall as the competitors.
Well, a high five for Holly, and it could be a chance for her to step in. But stepping into this one now, Shim Jae-young, world champion in the 46 kilogram grouping. So a few more pounds to play with here as she moves up. And in terms of, well, experience, the Korean has it. In terms of pedigree on the way in, we've had a chance to watch both. We know that Yamada likes to defend. We know that Shim Jae-young, she likes to attack, so set up nicely.
Yeah, it's a perfect match for both. So yeah, let's see who can put their style into right at the start.
Judges, let's start.
Speaking of the start, Van Tanyan from the USA in charge of proceedings in this. And as we've seen, different methodologies from different fighters here in the Japanese corner. And of course, Tokyo 2020 just around the corner. So a big opportunity to get some ranking points. Of course, qualifies automatically. And we'll have a chance to talk a little bit of that in a second. Shim Jae-young, of course, only has eyes for the moment here in Manchester. It was the moment for them to get in amongst the fighting. If you've just joined us, well, where have you been? You've missed it all. But don't worry, there's plenty more to come. Great Britain's Bianca Walton later this evening as well. The penultimate semi-final. This one the second. And this one will decide who goes against Panapat Wongpatanaka of Thailand. Stakes to start with. Shim Jae-young. He's of course in red. Japan's Yamada in blue. Neither wants the bronze as they move towards the gold medal match here. I spoke about Yamada's defensive capability. Steady start from Korea as well.
Yeah, just fencing off each other with that front leg. Neither taking that extra risk. Just fighting it out.
Fighting it out indeed, and the crowd giving them plenty of encouragement. And there is a moment of encouragement there for Yamada. A couple of lights on the board. But the Phantom Hogu disappears and it's still 0-0. Both fighters just eyeballing each other now, looking for options. The chance there at UNI to walk in the match. They're quite springy, they're quite soft. That maybe takes away from too much footwork to start.
Yeah, I can see, Shim has some really good faking and movement. Just slowing that down a little bit. It does take it away a little bit with a little bit more spring in the match. You're right, John.
Yeah, they don't want to kill the energy in their calves so far, but it's been energy conservation mode from both. Steady start, nothing doing on the board.
Nice punch, and the score as well for Yamada. Just waited there, patient. You could actually see she was going to do that then, to be fair. She had her hand up ready, waiting.
You can't see the commentary box here, but Sarah Stevenson was mimicking that punch. Had the punch, I don't know if it was for me or for the...
It could be. We're just saving it.
Just be careful. Not saving it this time, no.
Again, another punch for Yamada. Great option. Both players very good in that short distance as well. So not wanting to get into that situation where they know something's going to happen, but an option to punch there was excellent by Yamada.
Yeah, good times for Japan. And the power punches separate the two. Back to their coaches. And of course, Taekwondo, the art of kicking and punching, it is Yamada that's mastered it so far.
Keep it up, let's get those claps going, let's show that support. He's still on his feet, follow him. That is what it's all about. Mohammed, what do you think of Manchester to host this Taekwondo Grand Prix with you?
I believe this is the best crowd in the world, and I think we are very lucky to have such a crowd. And everybody loves coming to Manchester. So
of course, Yamada, well, this is her first chance to go for a Grand Prix medal. Shim Jae-young, by contrast, well, the Korean in red, she has 3 bronze medals. A chance to get into her first ever final. All to play for. Japan with the merest of advantages as we get underway in this second round. Into the open stand, Shim Jae-young happy to block and wait with the Koreans' footwork not evident in the first. Chance to come forward in the second. Back leg attempt, a bit more aggression now from the Korean. Headshot just missed, in fact does score.
Excellent patience there by Yamada. Waiting. A nice back leg under the body armour there for Shim. I think she needed that 2 points.
Get the momentum beginning to get away from the Korean in red there. But reads it nicely. Gets that counter on the board, but Yamada, good back leg again.
She's got her tactics really down to a T. She's sticking to, she's patient, she's waiting. Causing a little bit of frustration for Shim.
Of course, the name of the game. You want to get inside your opponent's head, give them a bit of a nightmare, and so far, well, it's Yamada, a dream start for her to Still only 2 points in it as we get halfway through this second round.
Excellent back leg in that short distance by Shim. Taking it to 5-5, a gam jump for Yamada, and a roll to reverse very quickly.
Punch comes close again there for Japan, but not much steam on that one. Judges giving it no love, but the crowd beginning to warm up to this one. 11 points shared so far. It's a 1 point advantage in terms of the Korean, as you see, turning the tables as we trip towards the last 30.
Yamada changing her style a little bit there, putting a little bit more pressure on, trying to force that short distance for that punch. But in the clinch there, Shim just got the advantage.
Yeah, and of course we'll get a chance to analyse that as we come to the last 10 seconds here. That ability to change tactics and change the momentum. Shim Jae-young was points down. She's in a point to prove in this second round. Was 2 points down, she's now 4 points to the good. We spoke a little bit about there, the Korean getting into the clinch. Managed to create a couple of gam joms as well there.
She sneaked it to switch it round into her advantage. She's got into that clinch, she's scored 2 body shots, got a couple of gam jumps for Yamada, and just changed the game completely. Now for me, I think Yamada at the end there changed too much. She started attacking, and then that's where it completely changed and gave the Korean advantage. For me, she still didn't need to change. What she was doing was working. She just switched off a little bit, and now she's trying to attack. It's not really her style.
And that's a question I'd like to ask. Obviously, at your athletic peak, did you know when someone had thought, oh, this game plan's working, and then they change it to suit you, you'd got them under such a pressure?
Yeah, exactly. When someone changes to mimic you and do your style, that's where you've got them. When they are not doing what they want to do, it's your game. You have to be good enough to capitalise on that. And I think these both players, you see a little bit, they're still, especially Yamada, you know, for me, she's still a little bit inexperienced.
As you say, you don't want to change your winning habit, but the Japanese fighter has done so, and that's down to Shim Jae-young's movement. She's getting a bit of pressure on the board, and it's now on the athlete in blue to come forward. Tries with the front leg, goes with the back leg. Not real commitment though. This one building up nicely. Good punch on the inside again.
That is an excellent option for Yamada. When she's attacking, it's more to open up, to get into that short distance. And every time you get into that short distance, why shouldn't you punch?
Well, as you say so, it's worked for her on 3 occasions, and she has cut the gap to just 3. And if she hadn't given away those gam jams in the clinch, well, she would be all tied up at 9-all. There's one in the recovery for her, so pulling it back. Yamada on the march.
Yamada for me now, you know, just take it back, draw her in, use your movement exactly the same as the first round. It's still 2 points, but I think a little bit more patience. Excellent high shot there for Yamada. Excellent, she's getting back to how she started the match. Putting a little bit of pressure forcing her back, and when she comes, react.
Yeah, and reacting to that was Shim Jae-young. A little space under the guard as the Japanese fighter in blue goes again with the punch. So the momentum can change so quickly. Yamada had the lead, concedes. 33 on the board, 3 points of a gap. Good change of stance, Yamada trying to come forward, looking for options. Good blocking from Shim Jae-young. Excellent cover.
Shim not engaging, not getting into that short distance. Korean style, very good at that.
Yeah, very good indeed on that non-engagement on the way in. Grabs another gam jump, and that is the difference at the moment. 4 gam jumps against Yamada, and that's what's changed the game here. The Korean running down the clock, and she can just about see the final in the distance. Yamada, one final chip in charge. It'll be one final gam jump given against Shim Jae-young. But the Korean now, well, we spoke about not moving as she leaves the punch, the space. But it's one and done. Gam jump given. 1 second. Shim Jae-young is going to protest that. We've thought about it, but the clock ticks down. And just by the merest of margins, creeps over the line there. Great battle. Under 49s really delivering there. Shim Jae-young into the final. Good old match.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was very interesting to see, you know, Shim just sticking to her style. Had to chase a little bit, and then once she got the momentum, once she gained some points back, she calmed down again, got into her rhythm, her style. And I think for me, what changed it for Yamada was she changed her style to something she wasn't that comfortable with doing yet, and that's where a few points got away from her in that match. You know, I think went too far to the Koreans' advantage.
And the analysis there of Sarah Stevenson, basically, be yourself, everyone else is taken. But taking her space into the final will be the Korean. Had to work for it, and it will be a bronze for Mayu Yamada. And that completes the semi-finals. So it's going to be Shim Jae-young of Korea against Panapak Wongpatanakit as we move into the men's under 58s. Korea, Spain, Iran and Spain also. Kim Tae-hun and Vincente up first. Jesus Tortosa and Hadipur of Iran. Well, we've seen the best here of the 49s. The men's 58s used to be the one that we all love to watch. Not the case now, I have to say.
No, it's not the most exciting male weight, which you think it would be. You know, they're lighter, they're faster, and they can do all the techniques. They've not got as much weight to carry around, so it should be a little bit more exciting. But the way that the game is now, you know, we're preferring to watch the heavier weights with the more explosive power. Now they're very similar to minus 49 girls, but they're fencing a lot with the front leg. But again, that's the beauty of the sport right now. It's got so much variety. You know, you've got a mix of the tall athletes fencing with the front leg, and you've got the heavy ones with the being more explosive, with the old school taekwondo. So it is a great time to be around.
Absolutely a great time to be around, and a great time to be around the world champion. 3 times the world champion, and he's been guided in for the big occasion.
With Fabio Cavallo from Kickstar Taekwondo. What a great name.
Absolutely.
I think I've met him this morning, so I said to him he had a great name.
It's a fabulous name.
It's a great name.
Well, fabulous for Fabio, but will it be equally good here for Adrian Junta on the way into this one? Good win against Rui Braganza, a close one.
He's being brought out by the very happy Bobby Leach from Quest Taekwondo.
And both men on the quest for medals here. Is it going to be bronze, or who gets to go for gold? Good work from Bobby Leach, high fives. But will it be high scoring? We know it will be high kicking. As the intensity ratchets up here. And we've had technical problems on day one. So far, so good.
I can't believe you just said it.
I've jinxed it.
You've jinxed it now, but yes, he has been smooth sailing so far, so fingers crossed, carries on this way.
Absolutely, and carrying on the proceedings will be Tariq Benradi, the man in the middle from Morocco. And he will bring the action underway. And of course, Spain, top-class nation.
Let's start the game.
And here we go. Testing times, but the real test just about to begin for Vincente here. Kim Tae-hun, gold medalist in the Grand Prix in Moscow. Top class fighter in his own right, sometimes living in the shadow of Lee Dae-hoon, the top man from yesterday in the 68s. But very, very capable fighter indeed.
And very similar the way that they fight. Kim Tae-hun and Lee Dae-hoon, both legends in the sport already, and many years to come.
And many kicks to come as well here. Both men wasting no time introducing themselves to each other, letting their legs fly. Good attempted back kick from Vincente. Looking for those double points, go with the reverse. Always a dangerous game to play.
Definitely in the first 30 seconds of a match, you know, you don't tend to see that. So again, Vincente for me, he's young. He doesn't really seem to have that that care.
Yeah, no fear so far from Vincente, who picks up the punch on the way through. Avoids the head shot from Kim Tae-hun. And so far so good. Not just for the protectors, but also for the men who are also protecting themselves well. Good blocking from Vincente, and they know the Spanish style. They know how to control the distance well.
Yeah, and they like to not commit the body. They're very good at not conceding or being hard to hit.
Yeah, hard to hit that chop kick, just turned into a little check to the leg there. Referee says, okay, we'll let you go with that one. No gam jumps given. 1 point in the board. 45 to go in this first round. Calls from the Spanish coach for confidence there. Looking for him to go for it. Almost does.
He does. He's trying. To me, he seems really confident being there. He's not taking the pressure from Kim Tae-yeon. He's really standing his ground.
Standing his ground. And as it stands at the moment, 1-1. One punch for Vincente, one gamjon for Korea. Back leg turning kick, they're blocked again. And there's a one stage as we go towards the close of this first round here into the last 10 seconds. As they find the range with the body kicks with the back leg. A matter of time before they start going up to the face. But facing up against Tariq Benradi for the gamjon. Come to the end of the first round, but as I was just saying there, how soon before they turn these body shots to headshots?
I think it's going to be pretty soon in this next round. Very different styles though. We've got Kim Tae-yeon very, as a rule, Koreans are very good at taekwondo. They look very nice. You know, for me, Vincente, a little bit stiffer, you know, a little bit more straight leg when he kicks. So it's quite different styles. But he's very, for me, he's inspiring. You know, 17 in the semi-final. He is fearless. So that first round has been a really good round for him.
Yeah, very good round indeed. And as you say, it's only that little bit of experience creating the gamjons to give the Korean the lead. The three-time world champion in blue, the young Spaniard battling in red. We get to enjoy the next round.
Before, but here in Manchester, the pressure's on, semi-finals. It's all to play for.
Absolutely.
All opportunities now. No one wants to go back with bronze. The Spaniard, Vincente, in red. Goes with a big swing and a miss with a back leg turning kick. He spoke of his confidence in the first, trying to go upstairs there.
Excellent start by Vincente. Really, just as soon as the referee said go, okay, I'm here, I'm showing him that I'm confident. I actually think he's giving Kim Tae-yeon something to worry about. I would be worried when you're coming up against someone so young and fearless. So you've got to be on form, you've got to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely true. Kim Tae-yeon is yet to score as he tries with the back leg turning kick. Just the three gamjons, turns that into a back kick there. The Korean, he's going through his repertoire here. He's having to really dig deep into the database, try and find what to do.
Which sometimes shows that you are a little bit stressed and you are a little bit worried.
Well, if you're just joining us, there was a match earlier on, and you may have seen it. Panapat Wongpattanakit was shoulders down, relaxed, walking through. Very much the opposite case here for the Korean, having to really battle here.
Yeah, really looking like he needs to dig deep to find out how or what's going to happen next. Excellent attempt in that short distance high.
Yeah, went for the high kick, couldn't get the high score on the board. Well, Kim Tae-yeon, if he didn't know anything about Vincente, he certainly does now. Tries with the back leg turning kick of his own, goes for the push to the face, and that makes the difference as the Korean extends the lead for the first time. Gets a score on the board, nice power again, there's a good body shot.
Yeah, for me that's the aggression coming out there, thinking how am I going to beat this kid and let him know that I'm the boss. And I think he just had to get some aggression out there, and it worked for him, taking it to 8-1, making it a little bit more comfortable now.
Yeah, as you rightly say, the Korean getting some momentum there, and it's interesting, we talk about strategy and tactics, but at the end of it, sometimes you just have to have a bit of a fight and just get it going.
Well, that's what it is, this is a fight, and I think we have to remember that. We don't talk about that enough. You know, this is Taekwondo, it's full contact fight, and you cannot be at this level without that fighter instinct.
Yeah, and the instincts serving Kim Tae-yeon well. Vincente has made him work, but he's been worked off the map for another gamjon, now in favour of the Korean, who's got that ascendancy, as you said, wanted to show who was boss. And he's bossed proceedings here in the second. Goes with the big step through, pretend, spin, change it to an axe kick. And my goodness, he's in second gear now. Step through, pretend, spin kick, chop kick.
I think that's, yeah, a good analysis of what that was.
Keep that support going.
Amazing though, never seen that before, so that's, you know, testament to the creativity of these athletes. I think that's another thing about, you know, today's game is they try to find a way to score, and sometimes you don't know the names of what it is, you know, trying to spin, turn it into a chop. You know, there's so many different varieties of how to score on the electric body armours.
And that was one of them, that great chop kick there.
Give us a wave, say hello.
Well, finds the foot in the face, but as you can see the sweat in his face, he's been pushed really well up there.
Yeah, he has been pushed. He's gone into his fifth gear now. I think he was cruising around a little bit thinking, what am I going to do here? Can this, you know, 17-year-old Spaniard take this match away from me? And he's had to step it up.
As you see, steps it up and steps into the face there of Adrian Vicente Junta, the European champion, the young man from Spain in red, and it is three-time world champion Quinty Hunt, who just avoids, well, did in fact the headshot hit round the corner there, pulls it into a 4-point game. Good start from Vicente.
Excellent start, you know, fair play to him, such a young athlete. He started at each round really, really well.
As you say, as a coach, you'd be happy to see that. That's got the attitude of a champion written all over him. Gets another punch, cuts it to 3 points. Doing well here. Tries with another punch, leaves a space though for Quinty Hunt. It's that back leg ability of the Koreans to fit it under the front leg.
Yeah, they're so good. Again, it's that years and years and years of practicing that one kick for 5 hours a day.
And more. And of course, trying with the double kick as well. As you say, 5 hours a day training. Young man Vicente getting all the experience here. You learn more in one fight than you do in hours in the gym. And the Korean just beginning to, well, is he getting away from it? It's still close enough.
It doesn't seem to be getting away from him, but he's looking a little bit tired. I think both athletes are looking a little bit tired, to be honest. I think he's still got more to come from Vicente. I think he could step it up a little bit more.
Has he got the time to find the feet on the mat and get a big headshot in there? A good punch from Quinty Hunt. Extends it to a 5-point game. Just about 30 seconds to go here. Thought about the back kick there. The Korean faked it and killed some seconds on the clock.
Much better, the Korean, not getting into that short distance, kicking at length and keeping away. Much better.
Yeah, much better indeed. It was a great start from Vicente, but he looks to have run his race. Finishes with a flourish there. Good punch for Quinty Hunt. And you mentioned going into 5th gear to try and get out of that second round. He's going to get out of the 3rd round and into the final here. Steps through, gives away the gown jump. Good push to finish. And that is the race run and done for Adrian Vicente Junta, the Spaniard. Superb stuff from him. But in the end, bronze medal goes to Spain. Quinty Hunt. That could serve him well in the final though. Sometimes you've got to have that test.
Yeah, I think that probably wasn't his, although he won, it probably wasn't his best. So again, he'll go back and, you know, and I wouldn't want to put that show in the final. So, you know, he's a world-class athlete, 3 times world champion. He's going to look and think, hang on a minute, I've got to change this now. I've got to play my game. Because I don't think he played his game there. He did enough to win. But I think Vicente really made him struggle with his own style.
That's a really good observation. It's two sides of the same coin, isn't it? Because you think, you know, Quinty Hunt maybe started slow, but young Vicente was all over him. Yeah,
he came out each round starting really well, really confident, especially the second and third. But again, that's where the experience is, and we said this a lot yesterday for those that were listening. We said, you know, to keep that focus for 1, 2, 3 rounds is really difficult. So, you know, a lot to come from Vicente. That is just one of the elements there to keep that. If you started well, why can't you keep the same for 2 minutes?
No, as you say that there, we can see, we speak about the bright future from Vicente. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, what a top-class fighter the Spaniard is. He is the most consistent medalist in the Grand Prix circuit. Always at the bronze, got 1 silver in the last one, but he's always in amongst the podiums.
I'm sure that's one statistic he'd rather be consistent at winning the gold, but still, he's still up there.
So of course, in terms of Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, he knows how to score, and if you want to figure out how to score, well, let's have a look at the points on the board.
We wanted to make sure.
Well, you now know how to score. Now we get to know who to watch. And of course, we've seen their top-class stuff from Adrian Vicente Junta of Spain, and it's going to be Jesus Tortosa Cabrera trying to do, well, pretty much the same as the young man here. He enjoyed all of the action in that one. Started fast, the Spaniard, but the Korean, well, as they always do, responding. He's into the final. The man in blue will be going for gold, but there's still a chance for Spain to get into the final. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, well, he will be flying the flag for España, and he will go against Arman Hadapour of Iran, and that's an opportunity for them to go for it. And of course, in terms of a spectacle and an opportunity, we are into the semi-finals of the action, and there's going to be big action for the fans to enjoy now, and they're certainly having a good time, Sarah.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's an excellent show. You almost wish that you were in the crowd sometimes, don't you? Because it's just as a fan, I think, you know, when you get, you know, you're always commentating, or for me, I never really watched the Olympics. So Rio was my first time ever watching the Olympics. I've been for the last 3. So yeah, being in the crowd and enjoying it that way is all, you know, always something that I'm quite jealous of.
Well, one man to be jealous of in that 58 division is Jesus Tortosa Cabrera. You spoke about the Olympic Games experience as a fan. Well, this young man has it as an athlete. World bronze medalist as well. 8 Grand Prix medals so far since the Grand Prix series started. Big moments for him, and indeed for the youngster.
Yeah, he's been brought out by Patrick Williamson from Horizon Taekwondo.
In red, from Iran, Arman Hadapour.
Well, it takes 2 to tango, of course, and from the Islamic Republic of Iran, Arman Hadapour. Sergani, tougher than you think. World silver medalist, 2 silver medalists most recently at the Grand Prix.
There's Holly Jones from Quest, nearly as tall again. Which is nice to see.
Yep, absolutely. But on a quest for the medals here. Spain against Iran, nice fist bump. But trying to throw the flying feet and fists will be this man here, Arman Hadapour. We've spoken at length of the quality of the Islamic Republic of Iran team. this boy's got something special.
Amazing. The Iranians, for me, they're just dominating again. You know, again, as we said, same as the Koreans, the style changes, they might dip a little bit while everyone's trying to figure out how to score. Again, for me, the consistency in the Iranian team is phenomenal. And they always find a way. But do you know what is inspiring? They always keep their style. You know, strong, getting in that distance, clash. Amazing.
Well, Leslie Chung on the way into this one. He will be the centre referee. Well, Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, the man in the middle. And the referee on the way into this one, Hadipur. He's had a strong start, the Iranian. Wonderful atmosphere, wonderful occasion here, the Manchester Grand Prix. The athletes get ready to go for it here. The Iranian straight away loves to drag that foot down the protector. I hate to think what his knees will be like in 10 years' time, but anyway, it's all about this moment here.
So strong with it as well. Such a difficult technique to master and be strong with it as well.
And is there a name for that? Is it just drag down, or what would you say?
We'll do that, yeah.
We'll go with it.
We can do what we want.
That's it. We can name it, and we have. And it is indeed the drag down. It's the Iranian drags himself into the lead. Little punch on the way through. And Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, so consistent. But is there a point at which you think, oh, I'm always the bronze medal person?
I'm pretty sure he's probably thinking that. I'm sure he really wanted to get into that final and take that first top podium.
He's taking top position here in the centre, trying to use those long legs, the taller of the two, not by much. But the long-legged Spaniard using those levers, front leg just flicks up there. Finding the distance. Well, we've spoken before. Talk about the Russian team, the Spanish team, hard to hit. The Iranians, probably the masters.
Yeah, I think so for me. Yeah, very difficult to hit. Intimidating, strong, good in any distance. Just an overall, world-class nation at this sport.
And of course, to qualify for that national team, you have to master what everyone else has done. Waggling the leg there instead of kicking. Gives away the gamjon, and the toes sneak out the socks. But socking it to him so far is Tortosa. A nice 2-point lead with 30 to go in the first.
Tortosa, he made a master of cover, covering that body armour, standing in that distance, not scared of what's coming back at him. He knows his cover's so good.
And he's covered himself well here, scores a nice push kick on the way through to close out this first round. Armin Hadipur gives away the gamjon as well, so 5 points of a gap with 5 seconds left in this first round. And we spoke about the quality of the man from Iran. Super stuff from the Spaniard.
Yeah, he really, really wanted, as you said, John, there's only so many times you can get the bronze medal. I think he really, really wanted to see this. Very confident, really up for it.
Well, the chance to talk with Elena Benitez, who's the performance director of the Spanish setup, legendary fighter, slightly before our generation, but she was talking about the level of concentration that the coaches work on to make sure that they don't give away. So when they're tired after the physical training, then they work on their blocking.
Perfect, yeah, and they do that at GB as well, the senior athletes. If you're tired, what else can you do? You can still cover your body armour and just focus your mind if your body's not catching. So that's, for me, it's a perfect training style. But they obviously sound like they do that quite a lot as a nation.
Yep, as you say, they're good tips and advice from the top class nation. So you're not just getting expert analysis from Sarah Stevenson, a little coaching tidbit as well there. So wherever you are practicing your taekwondo, once you've done your physical work, then you can work on that covering up. But covering himself well so far has been Tortosa. Good start again from the Spaniard. Hadipur, slightly the shorter. Tries with a head kick. Nothing doing. He's trying to get a bit of a fight going here, the man in red.
Very strong. Really, really strong kick. The front leg's not working. He switched it round to the back there, taking 2 points.
And as we see this camera viewpoint here, we're right down kind of a bird's eye view. This gives you the concept of distance, what it feels like. Sometimes when we see it from above, that little gap between the fighters, that's where the match is won and lost.
Yeah, exactly, and for both of these athletes, and most people now, they are staying in that distance, using that front leg in that distance.
Yeah, as you go from the bird's eye view to the overhead shot, you can see again that gap between the two, as you say, the fight for distance, and this one is going the distance. The Iranian pulling himself back into it. Well, halfway through this second round, decent back leg attempt there from Hadipur. Totosa sees it coming.
Hardy I was just in awe of that absolutely amazing back leg to the face. The first time he's done that, forcing Totosa back, forcing him back, and then taking that back leg high. Beautiful.
The headshot, a thing of beauty. Totosa a point down now, and Hadipur managing the clinch well. No gam joms against Spain so far. But the flexibility in that headshot. Textbook stuff, tries it again. Totosa sees it. And the Iranian will really beginning to put the pressure on now. 20 to go in the second. Well, has a nod there, has a wave at his coach. The referee didn't realise he was looking for the video replay card there. Totosa invited himself for a flying side kick there. Iran, of course, contending that no gam jump. We'll go through this procession.
We are going to video replay.
Both fighters now, again, as you said, really taking it up a level and making it, getting that into that real fighter's instinct. Hadipur really, really wanting this. We're clawing it back.
Yeah, Hadipur wanting this, the coach hoping that this goes his way. Gamjon given here for holding, or kicking and holding. If you're going to give one, you probably have to give two there. One for each man, but the video review panel running the rule over this one. Tense times for Iran. Bit of dramatic music as well.
And both athletes staying very, very focused.
The replay is denied.
Well, there'll be music to the Spanish ears. The card is gone. As you say, focused on fighting. And we're into, well, the last 15 seconds here in this second round. This, of course, the semi-final. Another Gamjon given, no video replay card to protest. 3 points of a gap. Kim Tae-hun of Korea waits for one of these men. Totosa Cabrera, as you've said, desperate to get into that final. Really, really good second round.
Brilliant second round. Hadipur for me was world class in that round. Totosa just relying on his cover almost a little bit too much round the front of the body armour, and Hadipur could see the gap, you know, to take it round the back and then take that back leg high, surprising Totosa. Brilliant round for him. An incredible back leg to the face. Textbook taekwondo. And I forgot for a moment that we were actually commentating.
I loved it, you just went, oh, nice.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And not fun to have your head guard moved when you have to take a shot and then readjust yourself.
It's never fun to get one in the face, but as you say, in the front of the big crowd, because you have to do that, well, that didn't hit, pretend move.
And I think Totosa has to kind of, okay, I need to focus that I have got another side of me that Hadipur has seen, he's spotted, and you know, it's going to make Totosa step up his game.
An excellence to watch word. Both men exhibiting quality to start here in the third. As you said, you've seen the best so far of Hadipur. He's certainly operating at full intensity. Jesus Totosa Cabrera still in his shell. Has he got more to offer down the stretch here? This one for a spot in the final. Korea awaits front leg, well blocked from the Iranian.
This is exactly what Hardipur wants. Forcing him back, and then making him come into his distance to react. So I think Hardipur, this is his style, this is what he likes.
Yeah, and he likes the fact that the Gamjon was added on the board as well. So the game beginning to turn in his favour. Nice front leg to the body. And another one on the way through. Punch in response from Tortosa. All to play for here.
Both fighters really wanting to get into that final, and Tortosa now he's not standing still, he's not relying on his cover. He's found that extra gear. He now knows he has to make this into a battle, into a fight.
Well, the battle it is, and the fight is on as we move into the last minute of this one. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera in blue, back leg batters in, and it is the Spaniard trying to keep it going, the man from Iran, Hardipur. He has no video replay card. It looks as if he's got plenty of energy though. Gamjon giving good times for the Iranians.
A little bit wild.
Yeah, and it will be the Spaniard going wild. He managed to find that little shot underneath. Doesn't want to give another way. Gamjon here, I think will. Yeah, the Spanish coach didn't like the look of that. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera just said straight away, no.
No, we're not having that. We have got a card, 30 seconds left, let's use it.
Well, no risk, no reward. Card is in. And this one will literally be a game-changing moment. Spanish coach there, highly experienced, of course. In the corner previously for Adrien Vincenzo Junta. He will know what Kim Tae-hun is all about for the final, but who's going to be in it with him? Gamjon giving it this stage.
The Iranian fans, we see him getting very emotional, and passionate is the word, not emotional, passionate. It's always good to see.
Yeah, for sure. The passionate fans. It's a really great atmosphere here. Not so good though, card gone for both men. We're into the latter stages. You can see for yourself the score on the board. And let's see how this one pans out.
Excellent work there. Coming around, forcing back, wait for him to come and use that stab to the body. 2 points for Iran.
Yeah, 2 points, as you say, and what a time to get them. They're creeping towards the dying embers of this one. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera, the Spaniard, forever the bronze medalist. Is it going to do the same here? Arman Hardipur, well, he's the man in the middle from Iran, covering, clinching, killing the clock. Gives away the Gamjon. 2 points of a game now. Couple of seconds on the board. Iran or Spain? Well, Iran it is, as he runs away and he lives to fight another day. Jesus Tortosa Cabrera will take the bronze, and this man here found it when he needed it.
Excellent. I mean, it's not for me, potentially a question you might ask is what did Tortosa do wrong? But for me, I think Hardipur just played a great match. He really used his style to create opportunities. So for me, it was his game to win.
And win it he did. Arman Hardipur, Seglani from Iran into the final. And Mohamed Cho running in behind us here shouting, what a match. Hope you picked that one up at home. Did himself credit, the big heavyweight. And we are indeed moving into the heavyweights. Jumping push kick to the body. And a big opportunity now. Heavyweights on their way. Crowd getting into it and plenty to cheer.
We have some merchandise for you.
We've seen some top-class taekwondo. The fighting spirit there at the end. That completes the men's semi-finals. We're now moving into the women's semi-finals. And a young lady that you know well, Sarah Stevenson, as we see the bottom half. Galpan and Sheng Shuyin, Olympic champion and prospective medalist. Two fighters that you know well.
Yeah, for me, Maria Espinosa, we used to compete together. She beat me in Beijing when I got my Olympic medal, an absolute legend of the sport, against an absolute legend of the sport as well. So here's Bianca Walden, double world champion, being brought out by Bobby Leach from Quest, who will be very excited to bring out potentially one of her idols.
No question about it. Bianca Walden marching in, full of purpose. Well, Queen Bee says the banner, but looking to upset the party. Maria Espinosa. Well, one world, one vision. Can she get that one medal? She hasn't won a Grand Prix medal for 6 years. She's guaranteed a medal here. She's going for gold. She's almost going the wrong way there. Thankfully, the mascot knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Little Fabio Covello from Kickstar in London.
Good work from Fabio. I think he deserves an extra mention there.
He's doing his job.
Bodyguard as well as guide.
This will be a really, really interesting match. Now, quite a lot of real basic but world-class quality from Espinosa. The movement, distance and timing of her back legs are obviously legendary and world-class as to why she's won what she's won. But Bianca, for me, has that movement. She has more skills, creativity, and I think it could cause Espinosa problems. It won't be as easy for her in this match.
Yeah, for sure. Top class fighters meeting here. Andrei Kegai from Russia in charge of proceedings. Bianca Walden from Great Britain going against Maria Espinosa from Mexico. The Brit in blue, the Mexican in red. Who's going to be getting into the final? This, the women's heavyweight grouping, the 67 kilograms and above. Walden, of course, made it through in a very difficult contest against Bredis Acosta, also of Mexico. So if the Mexicans didn't know about the quality of the Liverpool lass here in blue, they'll certainly have been watching that one. Mike Harvey giving out the conversation and indeed a smile. But of course the Mexicans will have had a chance to study that previous match, and it's a quick start from Walden.
Straight away, moving around. Maria Espinosa moving into the wrong distance. 10 seconds, 4-0 down. Excellent for Bianca Walden.
Well, the starts go. She was 4 down against the Mexican Acosta at the start of that match. In this one, she's turned the tables on the Mexicans, and it's a march so far towards the final. Good start from Walden. Great footwork as well. Signs of confidence.
She really wants to put on a good performance. I don't think she was happy with the quarter-final performance to get to this stage. So I think for me, she wants to prove that point now that she really is going to try and put her style straight in the beginning of this match, and she has done.
Yeah, as you say, proving a point. 4 to the good is Walden in blue. Battles home a nice little shot, sharp shot on the inside. Does well with those big legs to fit that in.
She does. They work so hard on that short distance. It is very difficult to do. So fair play to Bianca for trying to work that clinch and score as well. When you've got long legs, that is difficult.
It is indeed, and it's getting ever more difficult now for Maria Espinosa. Well, 3 Olympic medals to her name. Walden, of course, as you'll know, with that Olympic bronze medal from Rio. On track for Tokyo for sure, and on track here, Sarah.
It's very difficult for Espinosa. She wants to get to that short distance and work, but Bianca's good in that distance too. So that's difficult. She can't use her left leg because Bianca can spin, so what do you do?
Well, that's exactly what you do there. You have to seek solace outside of the mat as Walden extends her lead. A procession at the moment from the British fighter in blue, much to the delight of the passionate crowd here. Lots for them to cheer about.
Bianca finding that stab there to the body, and Espinosa just standing still for far too long. This is not what she does. She's good at movement, she can move well, and she's far too static.
Static stuff from the Mexican. Super start for Walden. She's going better and better and going through the gears here as we go towards the end of what has been an excellent first round. Well, if you look up textbook in the Taekwondo dictionary, there's a picture of this round. The definition beside it is Walden. Wonderful stuff from the Brit in blue. Couldn't ask for a better start.
Perfect. For me, what Bianca's done there is just done her game, but also stopped Espinosa doing anything that she's good at, or anything that she would be able to do to win this match.
And of course we see here the confirmation 10-0 that tells its own story. As we've talked about Espinosa, that explosive power, she's 30 years old, she's not old, but in terms of experience, haven't won a medal for 6 years. Tough to get back to this level. It
is tough. I think she actually did retire at some point last year, so then to come back, to get to this stage, amazing. But you're coming up against younger athletes, maybe a little bit more explosive right now, so it's a big ask for her. You know, for me this is still incredible that she's got to this stage, but I don't see how she can pull this back.
I think we have to be completely honest, it's a one-sided match here. Espinosa, great credit to her, but for all in the world, it looks like a bronze for Mexico. Trying, she's got a good punch, she's got a good double, the Mexico in red, but on the double the ref gives away the Gamjon. Walton extends the lead, and it is a relative possession now. Changing stance, giving different looks, and running through things that I'm sure she's worked on day in and day out. When you're getting a chance to practice new things in a semi-final of a Grand Prix, it shows how good Bianca is.
Yeah, well, 100%. I think if you're going to do it, try it. You can show off a little bit. You know, when you're having fun, you're enjoying it, show off a little bit. The crowd love it. Bianca will be enjoying herself, and just give her that good momentum, potentially going into the final.
Yeah, potential the right word, because there is still time on the board. Espinosa, well, in boxing, they say a puncher's chance. She has a kicker's chance, as she takes a kick straight to the face there.
She's just too good for Espinosa. Again, I said she hasn't got, one of her qualities was being able to surprise people with the movement and the attack, and that for me isn't there today.
Yeah, but isn't there today. The footwork has gone, but is there a chance that this head kick could be invalidated here? The referee certainly gave the Gamjon for holding. Was the kick to the face before that? We shall have a look at it here on the video replay, as Benrik Tanridi, the man from, or Tariq Benradi I should say, the man from Morocco, will decide this one. You've shared the ring with both. You know the qualities of both. We know the outcome more or less of what's going to happen for this one, but Espinosa, it is admirable.
It's very admirable, it is, it is. You know, I couldn't do that, you know, continue for that long, to have that passion and that drive for so long, and to keep going. But for me, she's got a bronze, silver and an Olympic gold medal. You know, she's a legend already.
Yeah, legend of one generation going up against a potential legend of the next. Gamjon given, Walton doesn't care. She'll take that one all day. 12 points of a gap. Double attempt there from Espinosa. Good power from Walton, showing her athleticism, showing her strength, and all of that work in the GB Fight Factory paying off here, producing top class taekwondo here as we move towards the last minute. Espinosa still a live threat, still has a good headshot potential, but Walton looks switched on.
She is 100% switched on. There's nothing, unfortunate, that Maria Espinosa can do about this. You know, she's a very smart player. She's tried to move around, she's tried to spin, she's tried the close distance. You know, it's just not good enough for her today.
Yeah, when it's not your day, it's hard to go up against Bianca Walton. Even if it is your day, she's always producing the quality. Extends the lead as we extend towards the end of the second round. And the good thing about Walton here, doesn't seem in a rush.
No, she's very relaxed. She's not overthinking, not overdoing things, enjoying herself, but really focused.
Had to be that reverse turning kick, whistles over the shoulder. Nice little stabbing shot to the body, extends the lead further as we go towards the end of the second round. Good stuff from the Britain Blue. Tough times for the Mexican, but one key thing there. We've got a legend in her shot, a potential legend in this young lady here, but she's not playing to the crowd.
No, she's not. Bianca's really, you could see that focus, and she really wanted to win this. She thrives in this environment. She wants this. She didn't have a great match the fight before. She might have beaten herself up a little bit, and she's probably determined now to not let that happen in this match. And again, for me, every single time Bianca's making an action, she's scoring as well. So that precision and that distance, absolute quality.
Well, absolute quality from Walton. A superstar and a better finish. Mike Harvey, well, he knows his way around the mat. He'll be very, very happy with the game plan executed so far as we move into the third round. Crowd loving it. business half done. Espinosa grits her teeth yet again.
And I just say Bianca there, focused, not looking at the crowd, really, really engaged in this match, really ready for this, up for it.
Yeah, up for it with the fast start. Can she finish it with the headshot? Looking for that 20-point gap potentially. You don't get paid for overtime in combat sports in Walton. Changes stance. Good stuff from Espinosa. Tries with the shot, kicks in the inside. One last hurrah from the Mexican.
The crowd absolutely loving this, and maybe even Bianca's dad might have started that chant there.
Well, one thing he starts every day with her when she's fighting, no mercy. That's what he says. Brilliant. And she's showing none here.
Brilliant. It's always a joy to see Bianca's dad in the crowd. The passion.
And as you said, not just the passion, the precision, not in terms of just the scoring. Good movement as well. They're always closing down.
Bianca's tactics for this match, absolutely spot on. Espinosa just not knowing what to do. She can't do anything more than what she is doing.
Well, into the last minute here. It's been a superb start for Walton. Final pretty much guaranteed. It's in the offing. Who's it going to be against? Gao Pan or Sheng Shuyin? An all-Chinese semi-final that follows this one. But Espinosa chasing shadows here as we move towards the last 45 in this one.
I think Espinosa just not engaging, not wanting to get point gapped, which, you know, can be quite embarrassing. And I don't want her to see, you know, she's doing her best to not get point gapped, but I think Bianca really would like to see that happen in the semi-final.
Yeah, it would be a good scalp on the record as Walton extends her athletic resume yet again. Another Grand Prix final in the offing. Walton, 17 points to the good. Will there be a Gamjon given for holding? Well, she's more than happy. Counters with a nice shot on the way through. Credit, of course, to Espinosa. But as the crowd reach fever pitch here, I wonder what the final is going to be like. We don't have to wonder for long because it's going to be Walton that makes her way into that. Espinosa just standing saying, okay, I've had plenty. That's enough for today. Bronze medal goes to Mexico. Into the final. Great Britain's Bianca Walton, Grand Prix finalist yet again. Crowd love it. Wonderful scenes.
Bianca's dad there, right at the front. Don't think he could get any closer.
Yeah, it would have been on the mat if it could be, but Bianca didn't need him. Into the final she goes. Good smile, good show of respect there. One legend leaves the arena. One legend makes her way into the final.
That was the Bianca that we all know and love. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the final.
Yeah, a force in the final as she forces her way through there against Espinosa. The Mexican producing 5 points and making a point. We talked about female role models, we talked about top class fighters. We're going to get a chance to talk about Bianca again. We might not get too many more chances to talk about Maria Espinosa. You've been in with her. A little summary of a career well fought.
I mean, yeah, exactly. For me, she is a legend. I used to love fighting Maria. We always used to have, you know, close matches. I think we fought 3 times. 2 for me, but she won where it mattered, unfortunately. But you know, just the way that she can move, avoid things, and you saw a couple of times the way that she was explosive off the mark with that back leg, but it just doesn't work now in today's game. You know, if you're still passionate about sport and you still want to do it, then carry on. But you know, for me, I like to see people, if they're legends, to finish when they're legends at the top of the game.
Absolutely going out on a high. Gao Pan, well, she had some top class matches there. Great Britain's Rebecca McGowan, an excellent performance from the young Scot from Caledonian Taekwondo. I'm sure they'll be proud of the efforts of her. Gave it everything she had, but Gao Pan, we've seen her before, Sarah.
In red from China, Xia Yunzhe.
As she goes up against Zheng Shuyin, the Olympic champion. And we've talked about form, we've talked about going up and down as the athletes make their way in here. the Olympic champion, that little Olympic hangover after that, beginning to come out of it now.
It's very. You don't really see, people winning a shiny Olympic gold medal and then keeping that level. It's difficult to do, and I don't think they should. I think they should go and enjoy themselves. You've just won something that everyone dreams about doing, but how long do you let the hangover go? And I think maybe Sheng has kind of let that go on for a little bit too long, but it's nice to see her back, in the semi-finals.
Yep, emerging from the fog of that success, trying to create new moments and memories. Gao Pan we've been impressed with, very, very good at covering, does all of the basics well.
She does, but Rebecca McGowan today did a really good account of herself. Unfortunately, there was a few things that didn't quite score for her, and it could have been a different semi-final today.
Absolutely, McGowan with that win against Milica Mandic, the World and Olympic champion, but the winner of that bout, Gao Pan, she's on the left, and Sheng Shuyin, well, she is on the right, and of course, Chinese national team coach by way of Korea, Kim Jin-young. In terms of the proceedings here, Gao Pan, she's in blue, Sheng Shuyin in red. And of course, when you are part of a top taekwondo nation, you spar with each other every day, you train with each other every day. Safe to say they know each other well.
Yeah, they will know themselves. They know each other very well. I think it's quite difficult to do that, and also if they're friends as well, to fight your friend. But I think nowadays, with this system, with the top 32 in the world, you are going to come up against your training partners, and you've got to be able to find a way to get over that friendship and really step it up.
Yeah, as you say, formerly friends, but for the moment, or at least for the next 6 minutes, foes on the mat here, and it's the front leg of Sheng Shuyin. She's the Olympic champion in red, trying with that front leg up to the face there. Good block from Gao Pan. And doing the basics well again. Gao Pan really emerged onto the scene in that Grand Slam, which is of course at the end of the season. The big cash prizes not far away now. Grand Prix final will follow this one in Fujairah, but Manchester laying on a perfect platform for taekwondo here. And at the moment, Sheng Shuyin, second gear from both, not really going for it.
Yeah, I would say really similar. Sheng putting a little bit more pressure on, but Gao not taking that pressure, doesn't really seem too fazed by it.
Yeah, not too fazed by the power of the fighter in red. Gao tries to change, look for a different option. Doesn't want to commit with that back leg too often. That front leg counter waiting. Big boot there from Sheng Shuyin. She's got plenty of power. Well, we saw Sun Yujing yesterday, recruited from basketball. Sheng Shuyin also, same physicality. It's a place that, well, we're both trained at, the Olympic University over in Beijing and in Shanghai. They've got a real factory feel. They've got lots of top athletes. Lots
of tall people. You walk around the street outside of the gym, and there's obviously, quite a lot of smaller nation, and then you go into the gym, and it's just like a tower of Chinese athletes. So it's quite a contrast.
Absolutely, the scouting network, tall and talented, and it's certainly been the talent so far from Gao Pan. She creates a little gamjon on the board. 10 to go in the first. Nothing to separate them. And it will be all to play for again in the second round. Both fighters retreating to their coach. They knew enough about each other, and they now have time to rest and recover.
Keep that energy going, Manchester. Now, we've seen two from China.
Very difficult, I think, to come out and do something different against someone that you train with every day. Because Gao, no doubt, has probably trained alongside Zheng and improved from that.
It's not easy when two fellow teammates fight against each other. They know each other inside out.
You can maybe just hear in the background there, Mahama Cho yesterday gave a good account in the heavyweights. I'm sure he'll be back better.
We've seen that actually.
It's very hard to produce that. And also for the coaches, you have to coach both fighters. You can't be seen to be the favourite,
Yeah, in the gym you've got to coach both players. You've got to be an all-rounder. So it is a difficult situation. So I think potentially you don't always get the best of what they can show because they are being a bit more cagey. They know each other. They know what they're going to do next.
Well, Well, speaking of next, if you're just joining us, Great Britain's Bianca Walton is into the final. Who's going to join them? As this begins to heat up a little bit here, Zheng Shuyin, the taller of the two in red. There's a couple of headshots she's gone for. And Gao Pan, it's not going to plan so far. Tries to get a couple of body kicks on. Better footwork from the fighter in blue. She's moving up from the smaller category.
Zheng trying to force her back, take that high option. The high's a little bit, could be a little bit faster. Nice punch there with the left hand from Zheng.
Yeah, a zinger from Zheng. Doubles the scores on the board, 2-1 here in the second round. This, of course, the last of the semi-finals. Top class finals, well, that awaits for all of us to enjoy. Panapat Wongpatanaka of Thailand made fast work of it in her semi-final. Shim Jae-young likewise. So they will complete the women's under 49s. Kim Tae-hun, good work from him. He will go against Arman Hadapur of Iran. And both of these female fighters fighting to complete, well, the final of the heavyweights. Walton waiting, as are both here.
This could be a gamjung and punch game potentially, which is not always the most exciting, but a win's a win.
So says the champion, who's giving you the expert analysis here. We've seen entertainment for the crowd. It's a very knowledgeable taekwondo crowd, so they know what's happening here. Teammates trying to pretend to be rivals, but you can guarantee as we move towards the third round, Gao Pan's going to have to bring it, and she will. There's a Grand Prix final at stake. You may be friends, but not always, as we move towards the end of this second round here. Open stance, but not open scoring. Gao Pan will retreat back to her coach, looking for answers. 2 points of a gap here in this penultimate semi-final.
They definitely know too much about each other. You can see Zheng trying to force Gao back, waiting for it to come and take that high, but Gao just knows that headshot's coming, so not engaging, not coming in, covering high. So it's going to be a really cagey last round as well, I think.
Well, a cagey contest for China, who can unlock the door and get themselves into that big gold medal contest. The ranking points will motivate them, as will the $5,000 prize. All to fight for. Zheng Shuyin, world weary there, just trotting into the centre. Likewise Gao Pan, not too much energy expended. Gao Pan is on her to come forward, changes stance. Good back leg there from Zheng Shuyin. Punch, not too much steam on it, but a good option. We talked about it in the last round. Punches and gamjons, and that's how it's been at the start.
Yeah, one of the only options that Zheng has got, that left-hand punch. Good attempted spin, but I think she didn't quite realise she'd done that then, and so it wasn't quite on target, so tried again.
Yeah, beginning to go through the gears now, Zheng Shuyin.
Much better, giving almost Bianca something there that to worry about there. She can spin both sides.
Well, of course, the sharp-eyed amongst of you will know that Zheng Shuyin defeated Walton in the Rio Olympic Games. She would love to do the same here in Manchester, but she's still got her hands full. Gao Pan, we haven't seen any headshot attempts from the fighter in blue. Good fake back kick there, yeah. No,
nice, yeah, it was really nice to see that. Don't come for me, I will back your cue.
I was only asking.
I'm still saving the punch.
Exactly, and saving up the headshot there. Zheng Shuyin finds the face and finds the lead, and you get the feeling as she throws another back kick, and it's going to be more than enough against Gao Pan, who looks to have had enough in this one.
I think Zheng's really coming a little bit more alive now. finding those gaps against the opponent that knows her so well.
Yeah, as you say, they've shared the map very often in training. They're now sharing it here at Manchester Grand Prix. But the greatest share of the points on the board. The Olympic champion in red showed signs there of coming out of second gear, but she's gone back into a defensive shell. And the only thing that matters to her now is the clock. Galpan, a little chip and charge towards the line. A headshot, no less, from Galpan. Hits the shoulder. And hitting the high notes towards the end there. Zheng Shuyin, she will go against Bianca Walton. Big matchup, big opportunity, and also with the context of the Olympic Games, Bianca Walton has to be on her game to keep that composure.
Yeah, I think Bianca's in that zone, in that semi-final there. You saw that she was in the zone that those elite athletes get into, where you can see that focus, you can see that they're not going to lose the frustration, but they really want to win. And I think Bianca's going to bring that into the final. So Zheng has got to work really, really hard to make an impact on Bianca today, I think.
Yep, hard work, the watchword of Taekwondo. And that completes our final lineup. So lots to look forward to now. Zheng Shuyin from China, the athlete in red, finished with a flourish. And she will find herself in the final against the host nation favourite, Great Britain's Bianca Walton, who will be the queen of that contest. And we will get to enjoy, of course, the women's under 49s and the men's 58s. And there we go, confirmation. Panapak Wongpatanakit of Thailand, she will go against Shim Jae-young. Korea and Thailand, they've shared the mat on 4 occasions. Wongpatanakit has won on 4 occasions. Will it be 5th time lucky now for Shim Jae-young? Tall order against Thailand. Well, fight fans stifling a yawn there. It's been a long day for them, but an even longer day on the mats. You were a finalist on numerous occasions, Sarah. We'll let the MC do the work here. Kel Walker bringing them out, and then I want to hear what it's like to be in that position.
Let's go with the final. First now, fighting in blue from Thailand, Panapak Wongpatanakit.
Panapak Wongpatanakit on the way into this one. Has the pedigree, has the quality. Big moments. You've fought in many a final.
Yeah.
You've got to wait all day for that. How do you get that to produce your best?
It used to be difficult when I was younger. I think just to kind of get into that mindset that, oh, everyone's finished, I'm still here. You know, you feel it can be a little bit lonely sometimes, but I think as you get older, one of the things I used to say to myself was, they would give, after this team here would give anything to be in your position. They want to be at the end. They don't want to be on their own, you know, at the back watching you in the crowd. They want to be you. So that kind of helped me to get through that, you know, when I got a little bit older and to understand.
Well, the insight there from our expert analyst Sarah Stevenson, as we can see the expert performances from Shim Jae-young, wins against Jordan Smith and also against Kim So-hee, the prohibitive favourite, the champion. Looked like a broken wrist for Kim So-hee at the end of that one, so we wish her the best in terms of her recovery. But they're going to have to recover fast, because this is going to be a real match-up here. Panapak Wongpatanakit with Chae Young-suk, the coach in the corner. Shim Jae-young, the Korean, they know each other well. We know the quality that Thailand has as Nadis Tavares brings them to the centre. Thoughts on this one?
It'll be a quality match. Really saw both players in that semi-final playing their game and not really deviating. And that's kind of one of the themes that we've been talking about today. Not changing your game to suit somebody else.
As you rightly say, why change a winning formula? And who can get the equation right in this one. Shim Jae-young, of course, the Korean in red, Panapat Wongpatanakit. She's got all of the experience. World champion, of course, Rio Olympic Games bronze medalist. Shim Jae-young, a world champion in the under 46 kilograms. In terms of the height, not much of a difference, but Thailand in blue does have the longer legs and most certainly has the flexibility. Will she have the tenacity here? Opening round, final on day number 2. The women's 49 kilograms, Panapat Wongpatanakit in blue, Shim Jae-young, the fighter in red, but both going for gold here. Change of stance from the Thai fighter, looking for options on the way through. Shim Jae-young, eyeballing, concentrating, nice close-up distance here from the Korean.
Shim being pressured back a little bit in the first 30 seconds, but coming back, putting her stamp on it. Getting into that close distance.
Close distance and a good push kick there. The power of Wongpatanakit. She'll probably weigh like 52, 53 kilos coming down. Shim Jae-young coming up. And coming up with that Gamjeon. Good start for the Thai fighter in blue.
Cagey match to start with, but as always you feel that Panipak has got that extra gear.
Yeah, all the gear and plenty of ideas from the Thai in blue. Shim Jae-young trying to show that quickness across the mat. Kicking her way into the distance rather than using the footwork. And that could be why the front leg there to meet her on the way through as we move into the last 40. Crowd trying to get them going here. Neither fighter wanting to commit headshot. Whistling past there from Shim Jae-young.
The crowd really getting into this. Shouting for, you know, not just for our own Bianca Warder, but shouting for Korea, shouting for Thailand. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, good point well made, but no points well made on the board. The atmosphere good. The taekwondo will cagey to start here. End of the first. Panapat Wongpatanakit by way of the Gamjeon, a minor lead. And the biggest thing, of course, we've spoken about waiting to be in a final. You know, slow and steady start there. But we might, as non-taekwondo people at home, perhaps look at that and think, why don't they kick? Why don't they punch? But all the time they're making decisions.
Making decisions, playing a game of chess in their mind, constantly thinking. They have a game plan, they're sticking to it. Again, we saw yesterday with Lee Dae-yoon, you don't always have to be that aggressive, shouting athlete that maybe you want to see. And these two players here being very, very patient, using what they need to use and not giving anything away. But they have it in the bag, especially Panipak. She has all the skills there waiting to unleash if she needs them.
We're going to find out in the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, as you say, waiting to unleash those skills as we wait anxiously for the start of this second round. Round number 2, final number 1, day number 2. Points on the board. Just the one Gamjeon in favour of Panapat Wongpatanakit. Comes straight out, the Thai fighter. Good headshot attempt.
Excellent choice there for Panipak. Putting that pressure on, waiting for them to come in and then taking the house. Seen a lot of that today.
Good conservative kicking from the Thai fighter in blue. But Shim Jae-young still in this, trying to work in that short distance.
Very difficult to get into that short distance against Panipak. Holding their leg up high, making it really difficult. Not committing a body, using those legs to defend.
Defending well there, landing that head kick right over the shoulder into the face. Hook kick round the corner. Tough times now for Shim Jae-young.
Dangerous is how I would describe her legs and her techniques.
Well, bringing the danger has certainly been Wongpatanakit. What can Shim Jae-young do now? Doesn't want to settle for silver. Still a lot of time left on the clock. But it's difficult because the only option seems to be that short kick on the inside, and as you've said, not easy to get in there, especially when your knees are on the mat. Gamjon, bad to worse for Korea. Top times for Thailand, and speaking of time, creeping towards the business end of this second round.
The patience of Panipak is just world class, just waiting there, waiting for her time to create opportunities, and she does that really, really well.
Yeah, that opportunity knocked, and she took it, knocking the head back there of Shim Jae-young, and also pushing her back with a push kick there. 9 to the good as we get into the last 10 seconds here of this second round. Day number 2 of the Grand Prix here in Manchester. Well, second best so far for Shim Jae-young, the athlete in red. But brilliance from Wonpatanake, just steadily going about her business.
Yeah, she doesn't look tired. She knows she's got another gear. A very, very clever athlete.
Well, we give the big plaudits to the likes of Lee Dae-hoon in the men's categories. Wonpatanake here doing exactly the same.
Exactly like the female version here, you know, a little bit more flexible, as the females tend to be, but very similar to Lee Dae-hoon from Korea, a legend in the sport, the Roger Federer of our sport, as we said yesterday.
We'll need to come up with a tennis equivalent then for Wonpatanake, because she served up a good start here, making it look easy, and certainly making life difficult here for Shim Jae-young. Has to throw caution to the wind now, has to go for it. Easier said than done because, well, the front leg is waiting.
That's what Panipak wants. She puts that pressure on, waiting for the athletes to come back at her. So a big ask for Shim in this last round.
Shim Jae-young in the centre. The Korean does well to hold her balance there. Panipak, Wonpatanake. One way forward for the tie. And it's going to be a big ask, as you say now, for the Korean to get back into this. Gold more than likely for Thailand. Shim Jae-young needs something special, and she needs it quick.
Leaving it a little bit too late to change things up, but again, as I say, John, what do you do? What do you do? Maybe she is trying her best.
She is, for sure.
To get into that distance, to find those shots, but it's just a big, big ask against Panipak, who's so good in that distance. She's not letting Shim into that clinch work at all.
Yeah, I think that's a more than fair observation. Nothing she can do. Does she go with a back kick? Then she eats a head shot. Does she go with a spin? She probably takes another head shot. Wonpatanake has back kicks on both legs as well. So it's just the better fighter running down the clock here. And a very professional performance, showing her skills. She definitely moves towards another gold. And it's not just the quality of the kicks, she's strong.
Very strong. Very, very strong. You know, these the lighter weights tend to not look as strong. But when you really watch closely, they can stand in on one leg, putting their leg high, low, different angles, the way that Panipak can do. You know, that takes some real strength to do that.
Yeah, strength and skill have sealed the deal here. Shim Jae-young of Korea, a silver for her. Punctuates it with a punch there. Does Panipak, Wonpatanake. Top times for Thailand, and it's a top title for her. The Grand Prix gold medal in the women's 49s, never in doubt.
Not for a second, but it was almost like she was just going for a stroll in the park where she won that. Not out of breath, not tired. We're not like overexcited, you know, because that was just a world-class performance from Panipak.
Well, she certainly rocked Shim Jae-young, and she's going to rock up to the podium in a minute to grab the gold medal. And nice to see a smile there as well, because when they break that cover, you see they do have to work hard.
They do, but for me it's nice to see. I don't think I've ever met one Taekwondo athlete that isn't a nice person. Shows so much about our sport and that martial art quality and ethics that we learn when we first step into the gym.
Yeah, kindness plus kicking, and you get the ego beaten out of you no matter who you are. You're always going to come up against someone better than you at some point, but that's going to be a few years yet, you would think, for this young woman. Panapak Wongpatanaka of Thailand takes the adulation, gives the celebration, and gives some inspiration as well. Youngsters in the crowd. Well, Sawadee indeed. And the battler from Bangkok, she'll be back to get her gold medal in just a few moments' time. Victory ceremony will be on its way as they make their way into the mixed zone there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our medal ceremony will take place shortly.
So of course, the medal ceremony just a few moments away. Do stay with us for that. The fans texting eagerly to say tune in, because coming up next in the minus 58s will be Kim Tae-hun against Armin Hadipur. Lots to look forward to, and saving the best for last in terms of home interest.
We've got our very own Bianca Walkden against Sheng Shi from China. Big ask for her today, as Bianca is on fire.
Yeah, on form. And the footwork and the fighting, as this young man pretends he's not on camera. How do I hide, Dad? Where do I go? Picture perfect for the youngsters here. And the victory ceremony just a couple of moments away. Stick with us while they assemble the podium here. That victory ceremony will follow these highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the women's under 49 kilogram category will now begin. We will present the medalists for the women's under 49 kilogram event, and these medals will be presented by Hiro Shrivikoran, Council Member of World Taekwondo, and he's accompanied by Charlotte O'Neill, GB Event Board Member. The bronze medalist is Miyu Yamada from Japan.
Excellent performance today by Yamada. Quality effort, receiving her bronze medal and a nice paycheck for her, and a nice big smile as well. Great effort from Yamada today.
Our second bronze medalist from Chinese Taipei, Yu Ting-hung.
Yu Ting-hung, a great performance today. For me, still a big future ahead. Big smile. I'm sure we'll see her again on this stage.
Our silver medalist from Korea, Jae-young-sim.
Incredible performance today by Jae-young-sim. A big ask in the final, but a deserved silver medal. And again, that check is always a bonus to go home with.
And our gold medalist from Thailand, Panapak Wongpatanaka.
absolute legend today. Panipak won, Patanaki, he massively deserves this gold medal today. Incredible performance, didn't even break a sweat.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show recognition for the 2018 Manchester Grand Prix medalists.
Incredible support from the Manchester crowd here. That wraps up our -49 category. Excellent performance from these world-class athletes.
Well, excellent performance, as you say, as they just about fit onto the top of the podium here.
Manchester, I hope you're ready for our second final. Show some support, show some love, and we're going to get started very soon.
Confirmation there. Bronze for Taipei in Japan. Korea with silver. And top of the class was Thailand.
An Asian show here, all Asian medalists dominating this weight group right now.
Yeah, as you say, top class from all of the athletes. Long journey home. Can't hurt to have a few quid in the pocket though.
It can never hurt to have a few quid in the pocket, John.
Well, great stuff there. Cashing in the end. Thailand's Panapak Wongpatanaki. Nice show of respect, as is customary. Posing for pictures, and it was picture perfect in the end. And that, of course, well, that leads the way now to the next one. The pleasantries are over. It's time for fighting. The men's 58s, Kim Tae-hun against Armin Hadipur, and that will join us in just a couple of moments.
Manchester, I hope you are ready. We are nearly there for our second final of the evening. Keep that love, keep that support, and keep cheering!
Well, as they work furiously in the background to get rid of the carpet from the mat,
First now,
who can lay out the red carpet
from
in the final.
Korea, Tae-hun Kim.
Well, there are a few faster and few stronger than Kim Tae-hun. So fast he's left his coach behind him there.
He's ready, he's enjoying himself, and so is Fabio. He's here again from Kickstar. Been a busy boy tonight.
He most certainly has. Fabulous stuff from Fabio, but will it be a fantastic gold medal for Kim Tae-hun? Business end of the competition now, day number 2 in Manchester. And the main man in this one, and he's going to have to work though, a real challenge.
Armin Hadipur,
Well, Armin Hadipur, not an easy passage through to this one, but he's got better and better as the day's gone on.
Yeah, an incredible semi-final against Tortosa. He's been brought out for his final by Patrick Williamson from Horizon.
Manchester,
and on the horizon
for these athletes as we
for both men is the last action for them here. The hunt to the final. 6 minutes now to decide. There were some problems with the protectors yesterday. It's been perfect today.
It has been perfect, and I can't believe you're bringing it up again, because it let's not tempt fate. I'm very confident now. I'm confident. I'm feeling good about the technology today. We've had a good performance so far from it, so let's fingers crossed it keeps going.
Likewise, looking for a good performance. Julius Georges Dib from the Lebanon in charge of proceedings here. The referees, of course, 50-50 in terms of female and male representation, and that balance is important, but trying to strike a balance after striking the protectors will be both men here, Hadipur and Kim. The man from Iran in red, who can work out, is the Korean coach sits with a smile. Respect between two coaches, respect between two fighters. But it is the final time here. Minus 58 kilogram grouping. Kim Tae-hun, the taller of the two, trying with that push kick to start. Not too much steam on it, just taking it steady. Both men feeling the ferocity. They know each other well. Fought plenty of times before. Kim Tae-hun edging those victories. 3-2. And Hadapur has an opportunity early in the first round.
Very good defence by both athletes. Very similar to the start of the minus 49 category. Just feeling each other out, using that front leg.
Yeah, that little window wiper there, just dropping it down, trying to drag it down the protector from Armin Hadapur, showing that flexibility and the dexterity of the knee joint as well, and the hip. But no scores on the board, as you said. A mirror image, not just of the 49s, but a mirror image of each other here. Neither committing, saving up some energy as we move into the last 40 of the first round here.
Good, nice front leg headshot by Hadapur. Taking his time and then exploding. He has some incredible speed.
And catching the Korean on the hop there with that head kick last 20 seconds. Kim Tae-hun responds nicely with a body shot. Tried to force the Gamjeon, but the Iranian wise to that move. And a fight beginning to just bubble under here. Last 10 seconds or so in this first round. Catches the leg there, Kim Tae-hun, on the blind side of the ref, gets away with it twice as they go back at the end of the first round. Well, we gave the big build-up to both, of course. Kim Tae-hun has the pedigree. You mentioned the speed of this man.
Yeah, he's really, for me, I like watching Hadapur. I'm just drawn to watch him. He's got his own unique style. He stands with his feet quite close together as well, which is, you know, quite rare. And the way that he can bring his legs round, and with that speed as well, the way he can do that front leg, bring his knee down, which a lot of athletes can do, but with that speed and that power, it's incredible to see how he can do that. And that surprise headshot, just what he needed to gain, just to edge that lead.
Yeah, there was something you said there I found very interesting. We talk about distance, we talk about footwork, but it all begins with the stance.
Yeah, I think the stance are very important. You know, you can't over-rotate in case you want to move your front leg first and kick it. You know, it's difficult to explain here, but yeah, the stance is very important, and your stance becomes unique to you as well. And Hadapur stands, if you look, quite close together, which a lot of people would find it quite difficult to kick from that position.
As you say, rightly, the Iranian feet close together, but as the scoreboard that is close together at the moment, Kim Tae-hun clawing his way back into that opening round, and it's the Iranian good power with the push kick on the way through, but the Korean, you would fancy, would be dropping in some headshots pretty soon. Turning up the intensity here, good work from the Iranian, always busy.
Just missing out on that headshot again. Big threat.
Yeah, trying to respond to that threat, the Korean finding it very hard to get any sort of momentum though. Good defence on the front leg, and that's not just the flexibility but also the concentration. Good block on the way through again from the Iranian. A nightmare to fight against so far. So much so that Kim Tae-hun goes with a twisting kick, trying to change things up halfway through the second round.
Hadapur very good at looking like he's taking a back step, but to me he's waiting for that surprise attack.
Yeah, and there it is, went with a surprise attack, but the quick counter from Kim picks it off on the way through, and a nice sliding shot down the body there as he slips into the lead. 3 points of a gap. And we'll make that for Gamjeon given. How quickly things change.
Again, just admiring that front leg there to the face by Hardypour.
Hardly any back left, picks up the knee and picks up a nice push kick to the body as well. Good stuff from the Iranian. One Gamjom on the board. But the difference has been the head kicks. 2 in a row from the Iranian as we move towards the end of a very good second round. Little to choose between them, and it's set up really nicely. The Iranian tries to finish with a head kick. For the first time, Kim Tae-hun responds with one of his own, and it's on the Korean now to show a bit more variety.
Yeah, Hardypour is really, really excited to be, you know, he's just got that little bit of an edge about him, the way that he fights. Makes you want to watch him. But Kim, again, see, you do get overlooked a little bit because he's still in the game by doing the, you know, the little sneaky shots, round the back, dragging it down. It's still all to play for.
Well, a penny for the thoughts in the coaching corner there. Likewise, the Koreans. Toss up a coin time now, 50-50 battle. The momentum, the pendulum swinging towards the man in red as we go for gold here. Contrasting coaching perspectives, but not much of a gap. Kim Tae-hun, it's incumbent upon him to come forward now. The man in blue looking for the points. He's never in any hurry. Tries a little drag down kick of his own there. Hardypour goes with a head kick, well blocked from Kim Tae-hun. Steady start from both.
Kim Tae-hun's keeping a little bit more busy now, not giving Hardypour that time to settle, to use that front leg high. You see the front leg high, but it's been the back legs now of the Korean. He's battling his way forward, kicking his way into distance. But Hardypour, you want to talk about fighting spirit? Yeah, his attitude to me is great to watch. I love his attitude. I love the way that he fights. He's relentless with that front leg.
Last minute here in the third round, did you see that relentless use of the first leg? Gives Hardypour, he's on the front foot, not for the first time as we go into the dying stages of this one. Been well refereed as well, been allowed to float. No Gamjons making the difference so far, but still a 1 point gap, 40 in the third.
That big threat again there by Hardypour, and it's paid off. 4 points in the lead, 30 seconds to go. Nice, well, not a nice push, but that's the attitude there. This is a fight, it's a full contact sport.
It is indeed full contact, and making contact there. Kim Tae-hun cuts it to 2, tries again with the back leg into the last 20 seconds. Armin Hardypour defending, flicks out that front leg to the face, gets it just in time, and speaking of which, into the last 10 seconds and some change here. Another push, as you see it this time. Gamjom given. Kim Tae-hun, what has he got left to give? Doesn't want the silver. Hasn't found space for a head kick. Hardypour on the defensive. Korea battling. The man from Iran, big shove. And will he have his hands on the gold medal at the end here? Cut kick, avoids the reverse. Big spin from Kim. But a big win for Armin Hardypour. The man from Iran got his game plan rock solid. And speaking of solid, in terms of the ability to stand on one leg there, stab out those shots, couldn't have been better.
So strong. You know, for me, I enjoy watching that strength that he has on one leg, that explosive front leg high, and the defence work. World class from Hardypour today. Deserved winner today for me.
Yep, and I would agree with that, as I'm sure any Taekwondo fan, and indeed anyone tuning in, well, he may be taped up, but he had the measure of Kim Tae-hun in that one. The 3-time world champion defeated. There's a new kid in the block, and his name is Armin Hardypour from the Islamic Republic of Iran. And Mubarak Bashe to him, which means congratulations. Well done. And you talked about it in the way in, the passion of the Iranian team. There's a real family feel about it.
Yeah, it's lovely to see, isn't it? You know, the connection that they have, the passion that they have for each other. It's just one of the things I love about this sport. Different nations, the way that they work with each other, and the Iranians for me is one of the ones that you really are drawn to notice and to watch.
Yeah, of course, lots to watch, and indeed the crowd here, teammates and friends having a laugh there, as we said, that camaraderie as the Korean goes past. Good from Kim Tae-hun, silver for him.
Two Spanish bronze medalists, please make your way.
Well, a super selfie from the man from Tehran, and you probably just heard in the background, victory ceremony, they're just getting themselves ready. Nice moments now. Federation president, fighter, and I'm sure friends and family back home. Instant interview as well, look at this technique. So as I say, congratulations to him. And it's an opportunity now to get his just rewards. The podium has just been put together, and that men's ceremony, well, that will be with us in just a couple of moments' time. The under 58s, the victory ceremony. This is how it was won and done. And coming up after that victory ceremony, well, it is the women's heavyweights, the 67 kilograms and above. Zheng Shuyin of China, she will go against Great Britain's Bianca Walton. That one will follow the victory ceremony for the men.
Gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the men's under 58 kilograms category will now begin. We will present the medalists for the men's under 58 kilogram category. And the medals will be presented by Dr. Chung Won Cho, President of World Taekwondo. He is accompanied by Jane Patterson, Major Events Consultant at UK Sports. The bronze medalist is from Spain, Jesus Tortosa Cabrera.
An excellent performance from Tortosa today, semi-final against Hardypour. Great fight, amazing athletes. I'm sure one day we'll see him on that top podium. But today it's a bronze, another bronze for him. Only more motivation, I'm sure.
Our medalist is from Spain, Adrian Vincent Junta.
Our 17-year-old European champion from Spain again. I'm sure we'll see him again creeping up that podium. But today again, a bronze medal. Check to go with it, and some experience to take away, I'm sure. He's our triple world champion, Kim Tae-hun. An excellent performance from him today, being presented by the President of the World Taekwondo, Dr. Cho.
And our gold medalist from Iran, Armin Haripur.
Huge congratulations for Armin Hardypour. For me, a deserved winner today. A lesson in that front leg, world class, power, speed, endurance, and that fighting attitude from Hardypour today was inspiring.
Please show recognition to the 2018 Manchester Grand Prix medalists.
Congratulations to all the -58 athletes today. But Hardypour, deserved winner, gold medal, $5,000. Congratulations to all the -58 athletes.
Yeah, worthy congratulations for the Fab Four on the boards. A brace of bronzes for Spain. Silver for Korea. As they take their place back in the podium. Well, why not? You've earned it. Get yourself back on there for the fans and for the photographs. And in terms of the standings, well, it's outstanding for all four. Guarantee that they will be on the trail to Tokyo with those ranking points and the big cash prizes. And speaking of big prizes and big matches,
Manchester,
as we give them then the moment here,
for our last final of
it's
the
time
evening.
for the final on day number 2.
I want to hear some noise. I want to hear some support. I want to hear you screaming, shouting, getting this place absolutely rocking.
Well, who's going to rock who in this one? The women's 67s, Bianca Walton against Zheng Shuyin. Well, she's known as Queen Bee, as Queen rocks around the arena. Big final.
Big final. The rivalry there. Bianca is in the zone. I can see her just before she's coming out. She's really ready for this final, John.
She is indeed ready, and we're just looking off stage as the crowd, well, not just glued to their seats, standing on their seats. Good work, young man. Will it be a royal performance? Will she need the Royal Variety Show to land the big kicks against the Olympic champion? Crowd's loving it. Hope you're enjoying it at home, wherever you are. Hope you're in good health. Surrounded by good people. You get a chance to watch some great taekwondo here. But of course, it's not just about the pleasantries, the big atmosphere. It's about who is ready for the big occasion. Well, inspiring stuff. Who's going to hit the right note? And who knows their A to Z in terms of taekwondo? Trying to find the route through to the gold now. Well, they've got a bit of previous at the Rio Olympic Games. Will it be repeat or will it be revenge? Walton will be hoping for the latter. And the fight fans here, well, they're ready for this one. Big ovation, big moments, and a woman for the big occasion.
She loves this, she thrives on this. That inspiration from her friends and family being here as well. She's been brought out by Holly Jones from Quest, so she's getting her moment in the final, bringing out, I'm sure, one of her idols as well.
Yeah, but she won't be idle for long. Big gulps of breath there from Walton. She knows the occasion. And she also knows the opponent. Walton takes her seat, flanked by Mike Harvey, her coach. And here she comes, Zheng Shuyin from the Chinese national team. The Olympic champion. She beat Walton in Rio. Of what is 2 years ago now. She's put a beating on a few today. Didn't have to work too hard in the semi-final. She's going to have to work hard today.
She's going to have to find another gear against Bianca in the final. Maybe it was because she was against her opponent. A nice high five there to Holly Jones.
But can they find the high points? Can they get the scores on the board? The coaching relationship forming nicely.
Yeah, it's a new relationship. But yeah, incredible to see that they're growing.
The atmosphere growing. And a referee for the big occasion, Renata Tukvanic from Croatia, a former fighter back in the day, so she knows her way around the mat. But It's down to both fighters now to produce in this one. Consistency, composure. Well, it's all in for this one. Zheng Shuyin. Big occasion. The taller of the two.
She's ready for this. She's going to start strong. Zheng needs to be ready.
Well, you've talked about the form. You've talked about finding your moment at the right time. Walton's had a straightforward progress through here as the youngsters get their snaps. But who's going to be picture perfect? Well, we know how fast that Walton likes to start, and I'm certain that Zheng Shuyin is more than aware of it as well.
And Bianca's standing right where she needs to be, putting that pressure on from the start.
Yeah, we can give it the big build-up and talk about how good it's been, but not been plain sailing for Walton. Hasn't managed to get a gold in the Grand Prix for 2 or 3 goes now. She's not used to that. She's hungry for success here. And what better place to do it? Passionate home crowd. Big final here on day number 2, and good footwork and movement to start.
Yeah, good footwork from Bianca, but Zheng, she's ready. She looks up for it, so we might see an extra gear from her in this final.
Yeah, absolutely right. Zheng Shuyin, we had the chance to watch her fighting in China at the Grand Slam. She loves the big occasion. Big celebrations, big personality. And it's the battle of the big fighters here in the heavyweight division. Just about a minute and some change left in the first round. Nothing to choose between them tactically or technically. Walton has a little look here. Could be a Gamjong game to start. Nice little underhooks almost there from Zheng Shuyin.
Tying your opponent up, stopping them from working in that short distance where Bianca has really developed that part of the game.
And as you say, developing that part of the game, and Zheng Shuyin wise to that, keeps the door closed. Crowd building up to fever pitch here. Walton, as we've seen previously, not fighting for the crowd, but concentrating. Great block and a good start here in this first round. Zheng Shuyin uncertain to come forward. Bianca Walton waiting, overreaching perhaps here with that push kick. Has a look at the scoreboard. None on the board, but the most important thing, the clock is ticking. And Time and Tide waits for no taekwondo fighter. End of the first. Fact-finding mission complete. We can talk about Walton in a minute. Obviously, that's our home favourite. It's a former teammate and friend. Zheng Shuyin, very strong at the start there.
Much better from what we've seen in the semi-final. So, but it's good to see. It's good to have that. You know, Bianca's done nothing wrong. She's come into this with a great attitude. She's ready for this. She wants to win. But Zheng has stepped up a game. She needed to. She needed to, because it could have been another easy win for Bianca if she didn't.
Absolutely right, and you can see by the look, taking in all of the information. We want to talk about focus, switched on from the start. We saw her take a difficult defeat against Korea, Ohyeri, with the footwork. Seems that Walton has taken that and putting it into her training. Yeah,
you have to learn from it, and Bianca's done that. She wasn't at her best as well at that competition, and you know, we're all human. We can't always, it's hard to stay at the top. You know, to sometimes take those dips makes you come back stronger, and I think Bianca's really done that.
Absolutely. Can she use that footwork here at the start? Zheng Shuyin, the imposing Chinese Olympic champion. Good blocking to start from the athlete in red. Walton tries a nice front leg to the body there. Getting close, a change of stance. Will it be a change of fortune in this one? Back leg underneath. Zheng Shuyin enjoying the big occasion. Decent attempt again from Walton. Distance at a premium. And will it be the first Gamjong? Renata Tikvanec says yes. Walton under pressure now.
Zheng really putting the pressure on. Bianca now, as you said, enjoying this, enjoying the crowd, getting that momentum. Slight advantage.
Yeah, Gamjong given. There was also a couple of points went up on the board there, looking to Michael Harvey to play the video replay card. They were in the outer reaches of the mat. Well, we're doing a bit of lip reading. Yeah, Renata Tukvanets, did she say stop? Gave the Gamjon. Was the kick after Kallio? That's perhaps we're judging based on, you know, lip reading here. Let's see if we can get a bit of a closer look at it. Tariq Benradi is going to have a look at this here. There was a hook kick just to the back of the body. So Mike Harvey, I think, saying that it was outside of the mat, but let's have a very good view of it here. Walton, oh, that's the previous Gamjon. So for our perspective, there's a hook kick to the body from China, a Gamjon given.
We're going out the ring.
So the hook kick should stand.
For me, the hook kick was in the ring to the body. She went out the ring, deserved Gamjon. So it stays as it is.
Yeah,
when you're a fighter, you can't always exactly see where exactly they were, because you're looking at the body armor, you're not going to be looking at where their feet are as well. Nice attempted back kick there from Walton.
So the video replay card gone. The opportunity now for Zheng Shuyin, trying to show her physicality and dominance. Walton still keeping it cool, keeping it close. Doesn't want to grab the leg though. Renata Tukvanets says straight away Walton has to watch the concentration there on the way out from the ref. Zheng Shuyin missed a chance there, 45 in the second.
Very good patience by Walton. Still only 2 points in it. Good to see her taking a little breath there, a little step back, refocusing.
Unfortunately, low kick there. The video replay card is gone, of course, but Walton needs to fix the shin guard, and he needs to just reassess here.
I think she's doing okay. I think, you know, it is okay to take that moment, reassess. 3 points gap for Walton. It's still all to play for.
Yeah, and it makes good assessment for Team China. Tries with the back kick round the corner. Crowd liked it. Not enough connection on the body protector, and the Olympic champion showing her quality here. Last 10 seconds, an engrossing second round. And we've seen, well, the very best so far. You don't get to be the Olympic champion for no reason. We spoke about Zheng Shuyin in the previous round. What about Walton now for the next one?
An excellent round for Zheng, really looking strong, really looking in control there at the end. But for me, Walton, what she has got is that grit and determination to always go out fighting. She's never going to give up. So she can team that with some patience, still all to play for. And Bianca has the skill set to use alongside that grit and determination.
Well, determination, as you say, etched in the face of Great Britain's Bianca Walton, but similar expression in the Chinese corner. Zheng Shuyin. Well, some people shrink in the big occasion. Both of these fantastic female ambassadors fighting to the finish and adding to this big occasion. Tense times now, final round. Renata Tukvanets calls them in. Wu Jingyu, the Olympic or double Olympic champion, in the crowd there, cheering on her teammate in red. And is it going to be the red flag of China raised at the end, or will it be a battle for the Brit in blue to get herself onto the top of the podium? Eyes down, look in, third round. Walton starts quick. Zheng Shuyin responds. And the crowd, well, they are subdued now. Back kick round the corner, better option. The only thing for Walton now is to look for those double point scores on the board. Zheng Shuyin, good footwork. Gamjon given. No video replay card to protest. 4 points.
Bianca has that fitness, she's got that grit, that determination. She always puts on a show for the crown, and when you're doing that and enjoying it, points can come.
Yeah, points can come as the clock ticks, and Walton's ambitious. Tries again with the back kick, does really well to hold her feet there, doesn't give away the Gamjon. Zheng Shuyin, she's got the lion's share of the points. Very good front leg attempt to the head there, giving Walton plenty to think about. And Walton will have seen 3 goes at the back kick. Will it be 4th time lucky? Looking perhaps for the hook kick underneath.
There's an option there for Bianca to spin, using the right leg, waiting for that back leg from Cheng.
And speaking of back legs, Walton tries to sneak one in there. Good strength from Zheng Shuyin, the Chinese Olympian. We mentioned the hangover on the way through. It's going to be a big Gamjong for the push. The card is gone. The chances are slipping away here. 35 seconds left. And an engrossing third round. Goes for the back kick. Can she get the points on the board? Oh, so close. But so close doesn't get it done. Zheng Shuyin, really strong stuff from the Chinese fighter. Happy to take the Gamjong. Walton trying to do a bit of refereeing. Zheng Shuyin says, oh no, my friend, this is mine today. Walton goes again with the back kick. Low, but too much defensive work there. Renata Tervanec cuts it to 6-3. Walton still in with a shout. Goes for the punch. She works hard on the inside. Will it be another Gamjong? Referee lets it roll. 10 seconds left in the third round. Great Britain's Bianca Walton. The Grand Prix final here in Manchester.
All to play for, especially when you're surviving.
And surviving here, Gamjong given. Last 5 seconds, it's on Walton. Can she find a way through? Well, the Chinese coach is going to play the video replay card.
I think he's going to claim here for a Gamjong for Bianca for pushing rather than Zheng stepping out the ring. A great time to use that card.
Great time to use the card, but also not a bad time for Walton either. She looked as if she was breathing heavily there.
She was. She's looking tired. She's trying to claw this back, giving everything that she's got. Good rest for her. And still 5 seconds left. You know, headshot, body shot, spin, 1 point. One of those options, if it scores, can make all the difference.
Tense times in the Taekwondo arena here in Manchester. The crowd, well, you know who they're supporting. Zheng Shuyin's lost her card. Has Walton lost her chance? The Olympic champion in red. Great Britain's Walton in blue. She fires forward, looks for the push kick. Nice response there, back leg underneath. Good block from Zheng Shuyin. The fighter from China finishes with a flourish. Walton has given it absolutely everything. The clock ticks down. And it is gold for Zheng Shuyin of China. Silver for Great Britain's Bianca Walton. She couldn't have given any more. Obviously, fantastic stuff from Walton. Zheng Shuyin, the champion in the end there.
Brilliant. You know what, for me, I didn't expect Zheng to come out like she did there. You know, it was great to see someone, as you said, having that Olympic hangover to come back, you know, and have that strength back again, looking forward to Tokyo. But Bianca again, top form, just a quality match by two world-class players.
Top class and top scenes here. While throwing the petals to the crowd, plenty of love for her. Zheng Shuyin though, she will have her hands on the gold medal. Lovely stuff. And great scenes. Zheng Shuyin, the Grand Prix champion here in Manchester, deservedly so, but it takes two to tussle and two to tango. Bianca Walton put everything into that one.
Yeah, just an incredible fight, John, as well, you know, to enjoy Taekwondo, enjoy two world-class players with that rivalry as well. You know, could have gone either way. Bianca started well, but Zheng, she was ready. She was ready for that, and if Bianca would have picked up a few points at the beginning like she likes to do, that could have gone either way, but Zheng was ready for that.
Yeah, as you say, still posing with the fans, always gives good value, not just on the mat but off it as well. But talk about, as we said, the readiness, or as you said, the readiness of Zheng Shuyin. They know Bianca Walton well, they study all the fighters. The game plan was perfect.
Yeah, she did. She had a perfect game plan against Bianca. But again, Bianca couldn't have done any more. You know, it's just sometimes just good to watch a good match, a close match. And it should be. You've got the world champion against the Olympic champion. It should be a close match.
Close indeed. Superb stuff for Zheng Shuyin, and that completes the action here in the Taekwondo. And of course, as we're moving towards the conclusion, excellent stuff from Walton and indeed from Zheng Shuyin.
And gracious there in her defeat, you know, taking all the pictures with the young athletes out there, all her fans, lots and lots of followers on Instagram. Bianca, so she's got a lot of fans, a lot of followers, so well done to her, when probably all you want to do is sit down and relax and reflect. She's giving back to the crowd that have been supporting her here today.
Yeah, as you say, plenty of followers for Walton, but following her around the mat was Zheng Shuyin. Really tough performance, top class stuff from the Chinese fighter in red, and deserving of that gold medal in the end there. Put in a great performance, goes away not just with the ranking points, the gold and the cash, but also renewed confidence. The Olympic champion back in business.
Of the women's over 67 kilogram event will now begin. We will now present the medalists for the women's over 67 kilogram event, and the medals are presented by Incheon Kim, Council Member of World Taekwondo. And he's accompanied by Julian Newton, Chair of GB Taekwondo. The bronze medal goes to Han Gao from China.
Great day for Gao. You know, for me, fighting her teammate in the semi-finals, always a big ask. But great performance, deserved bronze medal.
Our second bronze medalist goes to Maria Espinosa from Mexico.
True legend of the sport. Bronze, silver and a gold Olympic medal, Olympic champion. True legend, still here, still getting into those podium positions.
Our silver medalist from Great Britain, Bianca Walker.
He's our own legend, our double world champion, Olympic bronze medalist, Bianca Walton. Incredible performance today, back on form, fighting how she wants to fight. An incredible athlete, incredible person.
And our gold medal goes to Xian Zheng from China.
Fantastic to see Zheng on that top spot podium. Last time we saw that was in the Rio Olympics when she beat our very own Bianca Walton. She's took that dip, she's back where she wants to be. I'm sure where she believes she belongs. What an incredible female heavyweight performance we've had today.
Yeah, as you say, the Fab Four in the heavyweight division serving up a real spectacle. And that's a wonderful scene with which to bring to a close here the second day. Maria Espinosa of Mexico with bronze, Galpan likewise. Well, Walton came for gold, she'll settle for silver, put everything in, but Zheng Shuyin, champions never forget. Chinese teammates, well, they were fighting rivals previously. Nice moments now for them.
Yeah, and it's an incredible heavyweight, you know, collection. You know, it's not just now. It's not just one person winning. It, you know, the quality and depth of the heavyweight females is incredible to see.
Yeah, great role models, fantastic athletes. Stephanie Allen there, a former rival but big friend, former housemate as well. So she'll be there to pick up her friend, not when she's down, because a silver, anyone else is saying, oh, I've got silver medal, you'd be delighted.
I think Bianca as well today, I think she knows she performed well. She just had a tough match in the final. You can see she's upset, but she's still, you can kind of see that she doesn't want to go in the back and just be defeated. But she did incredible today. She should be really, really proud of herself. Could have gone either way. Great match, great performance. On to the next.
Absolutely. As you said, dignified in defeat, but glory for China. as the dynamic duo take home gold and bronze. And that brings to a close the action here in Manchester as the athletes exit the arena. Certainly hope you've enjoyed it. Same time, same place. More taekwondo to follow tomorrow. British interest, and of course we have Great Britain's Jade Jones. Well, she will be one of the favourites going tomorrow. Lots of interest around Manchester way. Aaron Cook, of course, an entertainer, going for Moldova, trying to restore some pride as he sees his girlfriend there with the silver medal. And of course that completes the action here on day number 2. Day 3, lots to look forward to. Same time, same place. But from all of us here, for the moment, it's goodbye for now.